Howdy doody, folks. Howdy farty here. Welcome to another wacky weekend. One railroad gang get together. Hope everybody's been well. And hang on a minute. Hopefully everybody's been well. And I apologise to all those people that I normally go in and enjoy in joining their live stream. It's been a hectic week. I will make up for it. We'll be looking at through the rest of your streams in due course. We've got 12 viewers here. I'll quickly say hello to everybody. Mate Anthony is still discussing with my so-called affair. I'll just go ahead and say hello to everyone that's here. John Ricard, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Jim Tedesco. Oh yeah, you got a cookie tonight too. Sorry, buddy. I didn't get the shop, but I can share Pixie's quickie treat if you want one of them, or sugar-free candy. And you and Nissa can fight over it. How about that, eh? I'll just put that through the computer and let you go for it. G'day, Joe. How are you? Nice to see you in here. Curly, nice to see you too. Frank, welcome. Okay, I've got to go to another list. I'm going to get out of this one because I did see. Lehigh, how are you? I did see you pop in here, sneak in here somewhere. Wigwag's gone to feed his face with all the cookies that I believe he's got through the week. So he's not hasn't got a shortage of food. Hello, Mum and Son. Nice to see you in here too. And to those people that are sitting in the background watching the show, welcome to you too. My dear friend, I got an update on my dear friend that's up in Brisbane that I mentioned last week. He's been pretty crook. He's doing better. So he's still in hospital, but we don't have to fear the worst. So thank everybody for kind words and wishes. That's been forwarded on to him, and that's been a good news. Layout construction wise hasn't really much been happening on it. I still have been doing some planning. I'll show you guys a bit later on. I showed it somebody else's stream. I think it was on. Well, I was done on someone's stream during the week, but I have done a schematics using my train controller program here. That's basically what the control panel is going to look like. I had it blown up as such, and I've numbered, you probably see I've numbered all the turnouts in it. Exclude this section here. That's supposed to represent the turntable area of the tracks, but take that out. All of my blocks and that are in place. I am going to have to modify this loop. It's in the wrong spot, but yeah, everything's just about ready to roll. Waiting for a shipment of turnouts. I've got roughly about 20 turnouts arriving on Monday. And during the week, I've got to go up and get some more track. So I'm getting there with it. So hopefully I'll be able to get the main layout going up very, very shortly. What else was I going to say? Not much. I'll I'll get the sidekick up.
And so he asked you to smuggle 2 kilos? And he wanted you to stick it where?
That's all lies. That's all lies. Lies.
Really?
All lies.
Disgusting.
She put it in my hole.
Sorry.
You put it in my big hole. You put it in my home. It's a setup.
Moving, Artie.
G'day, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm glad that this week's over. I can tell you that much now.
Indeed.
It was a crazy week. I really didn't have much time to scratch myself and everything else. I mean, I was that busy this week with appointments and one appointment after another. Thankfully, next week's going to be a little bit more easier. I only got 2 appointments at this stage for next week, so I'll be able to get a bit done around the house. Like in this room here, this is the first time I've been in the room nearly all week. That's how busy I've been. We both need serious help. What makes you say that, Jim? We're normal. We're normal crazy in our books.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I am Napoleon.
Yes, Enrico it is. G'day, Jerry. How are you, buddy? I probably missed some other people out too. Yeah, and Friday was busy with our mate Richard.
Hey, Jerry, Stormy Sky. Jean Ricard's hiding back
G'day,
there.
Stormy. Yeah, g'day, Stormy. How are you, buddy?
The basement, the green room.
Joe
Raider here. Hi, Joe Raider.
He found the key under the doormat.
There he is.
Hello.
Wigwag is here. Hi, Wigwag.
Wiggy waggy.
I'm gonna have to move that. I'm gonna have to move that mat, and we'll move the key. One of the two. How are you, Plumber?
Awesome. Little cold. Ran out of propane about 30 minutes ago.
I got 3 big bottles here if you want them.
Oh, that's helpful.
No problem. Just come and get. Just leave the full one because I'm doing a brisket next weekend.
Roger that.
I'll need that one.
Hey, I know that
no
guy.
one's invited because I want the big.
Wait, this way.
No, I know Roger Bad. He lives down the street.
Oh. Hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
G'day, Rod. How are you?
Hello, Ron.
It hasn't been too bad. I mean, apart from running around, it hasn't been too bad. That'd be right. Getting all the updates on this computer now. There is a good news. There has been progress.
Nice.
Last Monday. So let's see how things go. The landlord and I dragged in a hardwired. Oh no! It gets better than I'll share it with everybody in a moment. It might be something that will be added to Fun Day Friday at the end of the week.
Oh my!
Oh yeah! This is going to be a funny one. I'm just picturing it's going to be a funny one.
All right.
But yeah, we drew in the cable under the house. It was just dry enough for us to get underneath the house. So we dragged it from the front room where my main desktop computer is, into the train room. So I don't have to rely on Wi-Fi anymore.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So this show, I will add on the invites later on and see how we go with the bandwidth on that cable. So that's the good news on that. What else did we do? Well, that's
there was talk of your music cutting in and out in the chat.
Okay. I apologize with that one. What's happened is I had
actually YouTube the music party.
Beg your pardon?
It improved the music, but that's okay.
Anthony.
Um, yeah, okay. I've heard worse music like last night, but that's another story. I went out to the birthday party, and I tell you what, that music was substandard.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Bleeding ears.
Well, let's put it this way: the music that most of us enjoyed, the host ended up kept on muting it,
Oh, lovely.
and that annoys the crap out of me. You know,
Mhm.
when you're at a party and a person doesn't like a particular star and he mutes the song, it's like let it go. Majority of us, large majority.
You mean like that? I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I'm still streaming off my laptop, so the memory and the CPU does get a little bit overloaded when I've got YouTube in the background and StreamYard. So that's why we still get that break in the music. But
Gotcha.
Artie, I tried to tell you that most people just did not want to hear AC/DC on a tuba, but you went there last night and tried to do it anyhow, and then you got muted, and now you're throwing a fit about it. I'm sorry. You should have known.
well, we won't go there, okay? We won't go there. He's a bit of a nutcase anyway. I mean, a different kind of nutcase to us. There's no therapy for them. Well, then again, there's no therapy for us either. Even though I'm going to therapy, the therapist just keeps laughing back at me.
Jean Ricard, your comments about my singing are unnecessary because it starts with me telling you it's bad. You know, it's one thing if I actually said I'm a good singer and was as bad as I am, but you know, that's why we put big bold prints whenever I'm singing on one of our parody songs that I'm singing, so hide your ears. And that's where you just mute it and read the lyrics to the actual music of the song. And then when Joyce is singing, you unmute it and listen to the voice of an angel.
I've been doing it all wrong. Oh man.
See, he's smart. He's smart. He knows when to turn the volume up and when to turn the volume off. Yeah, and I'm gonna mention a topic. We always end up talking about what we like and don't like about the hobby. And there's something I really hate about the hobby. It's when you do a kit bash, particularly like the crane that I've just done recently, converting from steam to diesel. All of a sudden, you get one that's a diesel.
Hey, Ian,
come online on eBay for sale. So all that hard work, I ended up getting one.
Nice.
You know, I just should have had to wait. No, there he is. He's gone to Saturn, bypass Venus because Venus wouldn't let him on the planet.
Which is good because the gravity on Venus is so bad, I'd be shrunk down into the size of an amoeba real fast on Venus.
I'd feel tall.
But out here, I'm just swimming through the cosmos, enjoying it all.
Yeah. Thank God it's only a one-way ticket.
Well, for $20 and meet me around the back, you can take the same trip.
No.
I got a little packet, man. I got a little packet, guaranteed.
Oh, you have? Okay. Well, yeah. So anyway, they found that annoying when I found this on eBay. Geez, that's what I wanted. So anyway, I've got two cranes now, but at least this one's got all the bits and pieces to it. I just got to change a couple of around.
Wow, that's funny. We were just talking a lot about Mahano on my live stream last night.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be added on. Landlord and I next Saturday are going to be building an outside shed so I can store some of these empty boxes I still need to keep in containers out in the shed. So that's going to free up a lot of room in here so I can move around. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Well, we should knock it over in a day. Let's put it that way. We should knock it over in a day.
Are you getting a kit? with like all the brackets and then just buying the lumber, or is it all in one?
No, he's got a lumber that's left over from when he's been doing the granny flat next door. And g'day, Bernard. See, how are you?
Bernard, see.
I'm on my way to the Christmas parade. Are you going as the jolly good elf, or are you going there as a Grinch? Well, welcome back, Wigwag.
Mystic.
Where's our steak lunch?
Hey, John, how are you?
Mystic, how are you? Nice to see you in here. And Moral Train Aficionado.
Ooh, we have an aficionado here.
Yep.
We should build it up. He's got leftover lumber. He's got leftover panels from when he done the granny flat. So we don't really have to buy anything. I still need to go and organise the tin for the roof. There's a mate of mine doing a demolition, so I'm going to go and see him and get some scrap tin from him.
Brilliant.
Then that will free up a lot of room in here, because when we done the under the house cabling, he says you need a storage shed, and I go, yeah.
I have the garage. So, I need another shed too, Artie.
It's only going to be 10 by 4 shed. There's already a concrete pad there, so it's not going to be a huge shed, but just enough to get
storage.
Yeah. Store the lawnmower in there. Store some of these cartons, because I'm still moving. One of the cartons I've got here is for the TV. And just the way the packaging and everything else is in it just keeps us safe. You know how delicate these flat screens are in traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then I'm really getting stuck into this thing.
You pointed
at
going
again. Yeah.
A little bit, Mystic. I just ran out of propane.
As I said, I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles. I've actually got 2 full ones and 1 half bottle.
You got some scrap wood there. Just start a little fire.
I would really choke myself out, Anthony. The propane's bad enough, but I think that would be brutal.
Trackside Mike, how you going? Welcome. Well, you can always, Richard, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Richard.
Mike, Richard, what's up?
Trackside Mike is here.
His must have been burning.
Yeah, because you were talking about things you hate about the hobby, and I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anthony, you got a moon in your ear.
Hey,
looks like he's got a moon in his ear.
I think it was Calypso.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Lost my train of thought.
Oh shit! It's Voyager 2. Come on.
I think that's made it out of the solar system, both of them.
I thought that was a Hubble telescope. Looking for
no, that stays at Earth. It just shows here. Hang on a second. Hey, Hubble!
Can you see me now?
You want to see a moon on Saturn?
Show us, Anthony. I'll be blinded. Blinded.
We got our way real quick today. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, what else is there? Not much else actually. It's been a boring week. This guy down here is a troublemaker, asking all those questions.
Absolutely.
But he's a good troublemaker. He's not a bad troublemaker. He's a good troublemaker.
And I try real hard, Artie. Thank you.
Yeah, you weren't trying very hard. This guy has to try very hard, but you didn't try hard at all. Even though he shows you right. No, we don't want to go there, Mystic. Come on. He'll kill the show.
I mean, according to his sweatshirt, he is it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Get this all Stupid mirror image. There we go. That's what it's about, babies.
Oh, nice. Got your name and everything.
Hey, man.
And it shows his age too.
Yeah, 1914. I look damn good for 108 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hope you look this good at that age. Heck, you're only 27 and look at you.
Oh, my goodness. Mystic says, Anthony, show us your anus.
Yeah. Yeah, and then on the key of troublemaker. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm good in starting to follow.
Yeah, Wigwag, that's true, but he wrote it in crayon and it was 4 pages.
Amen, Wigwag.
Oh yeah, I'll make a lot of trouble. Hey, I'll make fun trouble. I don't make bad trouble. I make fun trouble. Where everybody gets to have a bit of a laugh. No one's really getting hurt or bruised or amputated at the neck and stuff like that, so yeah.
I don't think that's your call to make, mister. Whether you think it's good or bad, I don't think that's your call to make.
G'day, Daryl. How are you, champion? Nice to see you in here.
Daryl.
Here.
You know how he turned out as grown up. Look at the left corner. John.
Wow, John Ricard went at you for a change.
Oh, man.
Good. I can sit back and let him pick on somebody else. I figured he would be double on me today since he missed my stream last night.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to him last night. What did you do to him?
He was working.
She must have
He
been
took the night off and they needed him at the corner of... Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
Hi, PK. As long as he didn't meet up with Millie.
Randall's here.
All right.
And PK&W Model Works.
Nice.
G'day, buddy. How are you? Going back to what Plumber done for me this week, like I'm slowly running out of content to put on my Fun Day Friday. And
just one
this guy down here. This guy down here has actually given me an idea to, with the cement train that we got the containers on, that was on my Fun Day Friday just passed. I'm actually going to do some videotaping of it being unloaded and reloaded and where those great containers go to. They're actually pneumatic pressurized tanks and they transport cement up into Sydney.
There's the important question down there.
Which one?
The one I just posted up.
Should be on the screen. And those tank cars look really cool. So I'm interested to see what they do and how they work.
Okay, that's going to be the hard part.
Just don't trespass.
Oh, no, I'll never do that. No, I'll never do that. No.
Well, say hi to the Simpsons for us on your way, Randall.
Yeah. G'day, Randall. How are you, buddy?
Nice.
Yeah. Go say g'day to Simpson. The plumber's twin should be there somewhere too. He's been missing in action for about a week, so we need to find his body.
Oakley dokley, Artie. That's just diddly fantastic.
Diddly do, neighbor.
I'm going to do some video shots of it down here. Getting up to Sydney, that's going to have to wait till the stupid city period is gone over because you can't move around in there. But there is one of the shots where the cement train goes to in one of my past Fun Day Fridays when I've taken a train trip up in Sydney, where there was a shot of the freight yard. That's where it goes to. There's a big storage area for the cement train. It's sort of like a terminal. It gets all unloaded there. Those pneumatic tankers, they all get unloaded there, and it gets distributed to all the concrete plants nearby. Still under the weather. Oh, that's not good, mate. You're gonna have to stay warm and look after yourself, buddy. It's no fun being sick.
It isn't.
No. But I don't, PK, I normally don't have plans for the show. The way it works in here, it's spirit of the moment thing. It just whatever happens, happens.
Well, I had the plans, but then the high command called me back and said they had to change them.
And what again?
Again.
Oh, all right. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so I can't remove myself or remove myself altogether. Yeah, okay. That didn't work out. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna send an invite up. Trying to think of what to say, but I'm running out of things to say. Well,
oh,
Yeah, we're
come
going to talk
on.
about the things we like and dislike about the hobby.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
that's what.
wasn't that where you were going?
Yeah, well, that's what I hate. You know, you go out and buy, you go and make something, and as soon as you finished it, you can buy it.
See, and that's why I
Ready
never
to
make
go.
anything.
You know, it's like, I mean, that took me a little bit
Listen.
to do, but I mean,
Frustrating things. My car fell apart. Look at that. And then my coupler lost its spring, so she won't stay shut. Awesome. That was one of my favorite cars. But yeah, that's how it goes. That is how it goes, isn't it?
You pop the
Okay,
chain,
PK.
I see.
Pop the chain and the
Hey,
spring
Kyle.
from the coupler released, all in the same little like derailment, you know? It just all happened like that. Wasn't much fun.
No, I'm just fighting cats with our Christmas train.
I'm trying to stop my cat from eating my Christmas tree.
I've got a little Christmas tree that.
Yeah, my cats left the train alone last year and left the tree alone. They're leaving the tree alone, but they're hiding under it. And then they like to get into fights with each other under the Christmas tree. And then they knock out. And this isn't some El Cheapo plastic Christmas train. This is a Miraklin nice HO little setup around the tree.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm getting a little aggravated with the two monsters from hell.
Carl Stevens, hello. PK, you don't have to be sorry, buddy. We just take it as it comes. The whole idea with this stream is the modelers to get together, have a bit of a fun time. Yes, we can talk about railways. We can talk about other things to liven each other up, let off steam from the crappy week we might have had. And
yeah. Don't be sorry now, PKNW. Don't be sorry now. There will be plenty of time 2 hours later after you've watched us for 2 hours and realized you could have done something better with your life for 2 hours. Then you can be sorry. But for now, don't be sorry.
Yeah, and okay, mum and son, that's not a problem. Unfortunately, I'm staying home at the moment, so you're not going to see me getting arrested by the fake rent-a-cops
anymore.
For the time being.
I had a fun rent-a-cop experience this evening.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you did?
I did. My wife signs up for these free things on Facebook, right? And we've been wanting a vehicle bed for our son, so she won this little raffle for a fire truck bed. So we drive like half an hour away into this really rich neighborhood. And dude, the rent-a-cop was on me. Like he pulled up right behind me, kept his lights on me, and just sat there and eyeballed me the whole time. I was like, dude, there might be a real crime happening, you know? And you're sitting here looking at me. So it was fun. He was taking down my license plate and everything. It was nice. You know, I enjoyed it.
Oh no, this guy he thought he had the
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
He thought he had the upper hand until
there's something rotten in Denmark. To quote Shakespeare, there's something rotten in Denmark, and it just showed up on our stream.
And
is that what it is?
Freezing. I ran out of propane.
Well, you got to do the Aboriginal trick and start burning your spare lumber. You got plenty of floorboards above you.
Mystic said my old model railroad magazines.
Well,
light them up.
Do you have, by any chance, you have matches or a lighter nearby?
Grandpa
No, not
Rose,
at the
g'day,
moment.
buddy.
And do you have a couple of burritos, especially Taco Bell burritos? 'Cause that will solve the problem right there.
Oh.
And it'll be one hell of a show. We're guaranteed to get 1 million views afterwards.
Hey, listen, there's a guy on YouTube that lights a candle that way. It's got 1 million views.
I'm just saying, anything for the views, right, Artie?
Oh, of course, anything. Yeah, anything.
Right. HO
Almost,
magazine. My
almost
bad.
anything. There
I mean,
is
you
the
already got
bad
Mystic
bit.
asking to see Uranus.
That is very true.
I mean, these people want anything for entertainment. They're sick people.
The
Well,
extraterrestrial.
HO magazines, Mystic.
Yeah, I got that wrong, you know. Thank you for correcting me, Mystic.
You might as well burn those
Kyle.
magazines because you can't give them away for nothing.
This isn't model train related. That's Ho magazine. He wants you to burn your Ho magazines.
Oh,
Those ones.
Yeah,
man.
he wants you to burn the Ho
I-
magazines.
No, I sold them on the
All
black
right.
market when I was at high school.
Now to balance the
Hey,
equation,
Richard.
bring
Mike.
in some intelligence and calm insight and good modeling. Richard, how are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm just peachy keen and ducky fine. Other than I got a ding below me, and I need to see a doctor about that.
Oh,
Okay.
Hi, Sean. How are you?
Oh, better than I was yesterday. but
Okay.
anyway, yeah.
I'm having a bit of a bandwidth problems by the sounds of it on here.
Hey,
it's
Grandpa
looking
Rails is
good
there.
on
Hi,
our
JB.
side.
Hopefully that might help out.
I don't know. You look pretty clear to me, Artie.
I think it's just my end.
Mm.
I think it's just my end here.
I don't know.
That's funny, Tammy.
Well, that's what the proctologist told him.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, Richard.
who was that?
Ray,
We'll
what's
call
up?
Sean. I think he was having trouble getting the sound or something.
G'day, Rick. How are you, buddy?
Rick Bailey, what's up, brother?
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Yeah, that's a bit odd. I think there's something wrong with the actual.
Plumber, we
bandwidth
need to
itself.
talk to your dad.
Dude, if you can find my dad, let me know and give me his name because I have no idea who this cat is.
See, that's where a setup for a joke just went sideways real fast. Sorry about that.
Hey, you better watch out. I'll derail you. And my name ain't Daryl.
Well, it took 3 months of therapy for him to get to realize that, but we're good now. Okay.
I think
Speaking of
I
which-
see someone else in the basement, Artie.
Well, that's in the key
What's
on the car.
up?
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
bro.
there, brother.
I'm
I
doing
think-
good.
I
Tell
think
me
it's-
you look cold.
You
Yeah, I
got a
think
cold.
it's messing up my end. If you guys all see me okay and everything's
Yeah,
working
yeah,
okay,
you're looking and sounding good, Artie. And Daryl, I ran out of
Okay.
propane like
You-
45
Yeah,
minutes
I'm sorry, Artie. The picture's
You just
really
froze.
horrible. The picture's really horrible. We can see you just fine.
That's how we know.
what's the topic? You know what the topic is on my channel, Rick? There is none.
It's this, that, this, and
Yeah, the topic's changed randomly, unexpectedly.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
heard about.
Well, I'll change it.
I heard about lighters, matches, Taco Bell burritos.
It's got to be the
Yeah.
7-layer.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard.
It's the new energy source.
Hey, model
Ah.
trainer aficionado. Hello.
Hey, Anthony, on a serious note, it should be, you know, all
Yeah,
those waste treatment facilities just burning it off, doing nothing else with it.
Yeah, you're pretty much nailed on the head there, mum and son. Yep.
Sounds like a lot of shit.
Are you there this time, Artie?
It is, Tammy. It
Sean, are you
is.
there? Can you
Right,
hear us?
hang on a minute. Oh,
I see a lot of hair
hey,
there.
boy.
Oh.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, John.
Hey,
I think my CPU's.
You look like you're on a
overloaded,
45, brother.
It is a pretty hot day today.
Yeah.
You are. You're lean back in the recliner, chilling.
Yeah, of course. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning in Denmark. So if I'm not allowed to chill at that time of
I'm
the
back in a
day,
couple of minutes, guys.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
know when I should chill.
Yeah, you
Well-
do. You're doing great, man. You're doing great, making me jealous. I'm over here all bundled up like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and you're just
Yeah.
chilling like a villain.
Yeah, it's kind of cold here in California.
Really?
Define
yeah.
cold.
Yeah, my buddy JD knows it too. We got rain coming. I don't know if he's gotten rain yet, but we got rain coming.
Wow.
Isn't
Yeah.
Well,
that
Randall's out, everybody. Peace out, Randall. And Grandpa Rails, what's up?
See, I had a
Right.
friend out in Los Angeles, Mike, and Mike would talk about, oh, it's so cold out here. I had to put a fire in the fireplace and put on a hoodie and everything. I was like, wow, how cold is it out there? And he's like, it's 67 degrees here. It's freezing. And I'm like, man, it's 67. We're outside in shorts and t-shirts going swimming.
Yep, exactly.
It's 30 degrees here. It's pretty warm here, actually, in Australia.
I bet it is.
We're
I,
hitting
bet
our
it
summer.
is. I think Ray got his finger on the pulse there.
Well, I was also at work this evening, and I was driving my bus in a light snow shower.
I bet it was beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Northern England got snow, and even my town of Delmenhorst got snow.
Yeah. So it's winter in Europe.
Peace out, Tammy.
Good night, Tammy and Ray.
But Del, isn't it nice that you finally get some rain in California? Don't you have a water shortage in California?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
It's,
So we're good to get some rain. So that's good. But it needs to go north of us, which the north of us is getting it. They're getting a lot of snow.
Okay.
So that's good. Absolutely.
Okay,
Oh, you bet.
gentlemen.
So,
I am-
everyone talks about the
Yeah,
drought out
yeah.
west, but our lake has been like 3 feet low for the past 3 years.
70% of the United States is in drought conditions right now. 70% of the United States.
It's crazy.
But
Steve
isn't there,
87.
I think I seem to recall that there's a kind of like there's a water basin underneath the states that you can drill to, that you have groundwater deep under the states. Can't you get to that?
Well, we have gotten to that, Gene, and that's why we got sinkholes in parts of the country too.
Okay.
I think it's
We've
happening.
completed that in some areas.
Well, then you just have to drain the big lakes. But perhaps Canada will get cross when you empty them as well.
Canada, eh?
Okay, gents, I'm going to interrupt you guys for a moment here. I'm having issues on my end.
Alrighty.
I'm going to have 2 of you guys are going to have to drop off. So who's going to volunteer?
I'll drop off.
I can go.
I'll drop off.
Boom. Gene said, forget y'all. I'm going to take matters into my own hands.
That's one down. I need to drop down to one more because there is something going on with the bandwidth and it is messing me up here. And you guys all sound like R2D2.
Oh, well,
That's kind of cool.
I'll
Oh,
go. Come on.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
A little bit. What on earth is going on here?
You can hear me all right?
That's
still?
all right. Yeah, I'm hearing you okay. I guess
That's
it's got
rough,
me a
Mystic.
little-
That's rough.
I'm going to settle down. Okay, thanks, Jean, Ricard, and Anthony. Thank you very much for that. You didn't have to go. Oh, well, I need
Hey,
to.
Plumber, are you having fun with the buttons?
Yeah, I am. Hey, one thing I wanted to be an astronaut. I would have loved to sat in that control module and just flipped switches and poked buttons. That would have been great.
Yeah, it's a little bit better, Sean. Thanks, mate. I don't know what it is. I think it must be within my line outside somewhere still. So someone's going to get a nice little phone call after my stream. I can tell you that now. So
Daddy, I'll tell
did you use the good Cat 5 cable or the cheap Cat 5 cable, or Cat 6? I think is what we're using now.
well, we still got copper outside, but I've got a Cat 6 in here. Hey, Steve.
That explains
Hey,
it all,
Steve.
Daryl. That explains it all.
Well, what's that?
Read Mystic's comment.
Yeah, we've got all optic fiber cables here. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, well, that's a very true point there. Yeah, what is that? As is still.
Yeah, Steve 87. That's absolutely true. I mean, we do build not just in dry places, but in many places that we probably should not have. But it's just too beautiful, We're willing to take the chance. Gene says I would have been stuck up there if I went into space.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Grandpa Rails is on vacation.
Oh, nice, Grandpa Rails. Where are you at, brother?
I believe he's still up there.
He says he is bringing rain south with him, Daryl.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony, you use Cat 9? Man, I am behind the times, gentlemen.
Yeah, but I can't use.
There's Missy J's in here.
That's weird.
Yeah, I can't use it. And I think the bandwidth's. Yeah, I'm still having a little bit of issues. It's something outside again on the main line outside, because I have been doing a fair bit of work and whatnot around the area. So it looks like they've nicked the cable again, which is getting very, very annoying, and it's really starting to anger me to a point where I feel like
some of these cables are made from vegetable plastic or vegetable oil, which like the mice, they can smell it. They'll eat that stuff.
Yeah.
And Grandpa's on the Oregon Trail.
Somewhere in the Oregon Trail. Oh, good. He's lost.
It was a great game.
Yeah, the echo is coming from deep space, definitely. But I know there's something wrong with the internet, because I went to do a money transfer this morning from one bank to another, and it went missing in cyberspace. It's supposed to be instantaneous.
Okay, Anthony. He mistyped. Cat 09.
Oh, okay. Now they are looking at upgrading to optical fiber, and they're doing a lot of work in the area. So as they're doing the work in the area, they're damaging the old infrastructure. G'day, old Ohio and Steam.
Ohio Steam.
And then it takes about a week or two to sort out the problem. They sent me a new modem. We've gone through all the.
So are you using a modem from the internet or cable company?
Beg your pardon?
Are you you're renting the modem or the equipment from the provider?
No, the provider gave me that they were bought it from the provider. Now they've sent me another modem, and there's still no difference. So if both modems are doing exactly the same thing, it means there's nothing wrong inside the house. The problem is outside. Right, buddy.
I'm just going to go get solder.
No.
I'm going to try something else. So, you, Plumber, and Daryl, just hang in there. I'm going to go off screen, and I'm going to change location and see what happens.
No, Grandpa Rails. I'm not. I'm going to get me one, though. Thank you for the idea.
Stay there.
So I refuse to accept the equipment from the provider. I buy my own because a lot of times they'll throw other internet services up on their equipment that I can't control, you know? And I noticed it with Comcast. I was like, why is there an exact same signal as mine coming up when I'm searching for signals? And what it is Comcast has their mobile phone service. And anyone that has that phone, if they drive by your house and you have Comcast equipment, it will connect to your equipment for them to make their call or get their text or whatever. But if you provide your own modem and router, they can't do that.
I've never heard of that.
If you go on and look at your network and you see your network and then another network that you didn't make, and it's the exact same signal strength, they're doing that to you too, Daryl.
Well, it never occurred to me that I can go down to my local Home Depot center or Walmart center and grab a bunch of stuff and start doing my own internet, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah. I just call the cable company, give them my modem address, and boom, good to go. But I've got 3 routers around the house, all wired into the main modem.
Interesting.
Yeah, Ohio Steam. And, you know, I called them and I was like, but listen, the processor in this modem, because they were like, oh, it doesn't affect your data. I said, you don't understand what I'm saying. I said, the processor in this device can only process so many megabits per second. And when you're adding random people to my network, you're bogging me down. And they're like, oh, we don't bog you down. I was like, oh my God. I said, I'm done talking to you. Please hook this router up or this modem. Yes, Gene, the NSA can do anything they absolutely want, but that's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the average donk trying to, or, you know, they don't know it's happening, but they're using their Comcast phone on my network. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Mystic, that's the way to do it right there. You get your own and you have full control. They can't do anything to it. They can't put that extra network in the back door, so to speak.
I think we're going to have to redo the cable that we put into the building here.
Apparently Spectrum does it also, and it was on the news. I didn't see it on the news, Ohio Steam. I actually found a YouTube video a few years ago.
Well, they don't do that here. They don't do that here. It's illegal for them to do here. Yeah, that's over here it's illegal for them to do. If you're still around, Anthony, you can come back, bud. I think we're gonna have to change the cable that we put in.
Oh, Mystic. I don't read that stuff, man. Does anybody read that stuff? And see, they bank on that. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And see, they bank on that. That's what it is. Oh God, my own voice. No, it's horrible.
Oh wait, sorry, my bad. Sorry, hang on. I forgot to turn the volume down off YouTube.
Okay.
Should be good now.
No,
see,
Jim,
now
it won't make a difference.
So this is very odd. I just disconnected from the hard line and gone into Wi-Fi and gone next to the Wi-Fi itself, and everything's working fine. So it's got me beat.
Mate, he's looking good. Split Rock, what's up?
G'day, Split Rock. Well, the landlord's coming around tomorrow, so I'm going to mention it to him. Like, I think we might have to change the cable. Just to put a Cat 6 in, not a Cat 5. So,
sometimes I even make my own cables. I got my tool around here somewhere. No, that's my old school TV stuff. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah. See, I'll make my own Cat 5 cables. Or
Yeah.
Cat 6.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to buy the spool and just
Oh,
make it. Uh-oh, I lost power. Uh-oh, I lost power in the garage.
G'day, Gerard. It's going to go from cold to freezing at your place, plumber.
Yeah, it's cold right now, and they're calling for intermittent snow showers next week, but there's going to be rain mixed in, so we'll just see some flurries and nothing else.
Well, I think we're going to have snow for Christmas.
I would love a white Christmas.
I was looking at the weather pattern last night, and it looks like we might get a bit of snow up in the high country.
That sounds cool.
Now,
How
for
far
those that
away
are
is that
interested,
from you?
for those that are interested, regarding Cab Crew Wednesdays, as you guys know, Daryl's been hosting it. They had Plumber on it this past Wednesday. I've taken a leap and I've joined the Cab Crew Wednesday crew. So now you guys got to put up with my crap on a Wednesday over there too, but only once a month.
Hilarious.
Right on, Artie.
So, Artie, you're saying you're only going to be a pain once a month
on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday.
So the Friday is this stream going to the wayside?
Possibly. May do, may not. Who knows?
This brings up a whole nother question, Artie. When are we going to get our show back?
What show?
Where the pub and, the construction workers and all that good stuff.
Oh, I'm going to make space for them.
Okay.
There is going to be a couple of them coming up. Hopefully this week. Now that I've been, because I've been having problems with my desktop computer where I've been doing all the animation and stitching it all together. Since it's been acting up, there's been another program I've been using and experimenting with. If you guys have noticed my intros,
Good night,
my
PJ.
Fun Day Friday clips and whatnot, the introductions and everything else is a little bit different to what it used to be. Because I'm using a different program.
Okay.
And now with this program, I'm going to do some experimenting in the next week or two with my miniature stop-start animation. So hopefully I can work it out on that. And the way I look at it's a little bit easier in some point.
Uh-huh.
But I've got to do a bit more editing on it.
Okay.
So what I'm going to be doing now is because the next task in the series is to partially knock down the roundhouse. So that's their next step of the game, of the storyline.
Okay.
And then after that, they are going to say a temporary goodbye to Randall's Run because Randall's Run's going to have to be removed.
Okay.
So I've got to work out how am I going to do that and how to make it funny and how to see if they can have a party and have a piss up.
Oh, a party would be great.
Now we've got a few more figures. So it should work out okay.
Yeah, you got a gang of figures in the mail.
Yeah, I got some of them. I'm going to finish painting them up tonight. Because there's good movies on now, and with the landlord helping put the new aerial up, and me getting a new digital box to get these high definition TV, free-to-air TV stations, so I can watch a bit of good movies and whatnot. And I like watching movies on Sunday night. And I'm talking about free-to-air movies. I'm not talking about adult movies, okay? Like Steve and anyone else that have been thinking about mentioning that.
Never entered my mind.
Yeah.
Well, it is in my mind, but then I'd realize somebody would have to be explaining it all, so we wouldn't watch it.
Like, Anthony. Dude, perfect.
What was that sexual comment that you came up with, Anthony, when I was trying to keep that joke clean? What do you get when you cross a kangaroo with a sheep?
Oh, I said a frustrated Australian.
Booing.
You see?
Oh,
You guys
G
wonder why
remarks.
they I've got an
You
influencer in here.
picked on Kiwi Dave. You picked on Kiwi Dave, and you guys were all going back and forth on my one video, and so you decided to give him one more little jab, and I jumped in. I joined the New Zealander against you.
Oh.
Yeah, well, good try. It didn't work.
It's got my sides hurting a little bit.
Genre card, the pole dancers are going to come when I build the new pub for it. The pole dance is going to go on one side of the pub, and I'm going to have some dancers.
No, go sit.
And my mate Richard will know, like, in a lot of pubs, you have two sections.
Jean Ricard, the pole dancers you want to see couldn't get their visas out of Warsaw.
Oh, Anthony.
Oh, mate. Nah, work,
Nice one, Anthony.
That was a good one.
Nice one.
Bloody hell, you're freezing up a lot there, Artie.
Am I?
No, Richard's freezing up.
He's over there using a soldering iron. That dude ain't freezing. Yeah, it does look like his bandwidth's a little bit laggy.
Yeah.
There must be something in it. Must be something wrong in our system, Richard. Must be something wrong in our system.
Yeah, just a glitch in the matrix. What are you gonna do? You know, all things equal. One time it works well, the other time it does not.
Yeah,
Mr. Anderson.
I wonder if anybody's dug up into the main line between Yin and Dara and Dapto.
Well, someone was talking about the NSA earlier.
Probably
they could
someone
just be
smashed
chiming in.
Or the NSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not welcome here. We won't let them in. They can't get in. You all know who to blame.
See you later, Jamie.
Yeah, it might be lurking in the background somewhere.
Yeah.
Might be.
All right, see you, JD.
Daddy? Who are you calling Daddy, Jared?
I read that, but didn't know what it was in context to. Jeff, Mr. Enthusiast, what's up?
Hey, Ian.
I said that. G'day, Jeff. How are you? I said that to a girl last night at a party. Oh man, his cheeks.
You said daddy to her?
Yeah, come to daddy.
Oh.
Hey, gentlemen, listen. I'm gonna tell you what every woman wants. Security. Because when I'm in the bar, the first thing she says, security.
I got handcuffs here. There's no problems with that. I can give her all the security I want. I've got chains and handcuffs and plenty of rope.
Whoa, you guys read this?
Yeah, I know all about those, you son of a bitch.
Hey, look, Ray B is talking about he's naked in the woods.
Oh, no. Now we know why this game. If you don't find any bears in the woods, we know there's been a mass exodus.
That's true.
Bucket. After reading that comment, buckets everywhere are filling up.
I don't have nothing. Leave me alone.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I've got to go and get me coffee and I'll rest my drink. Wait a second.
Dog.
So Steve 87, he says that they come anyway. They don't care about what we want. Oh my goodness.
Okay, you want your ball? Get it. Are you happy now?
That's the one thing you say to a Tyrannosaurus that depresses them.
Oh,
There you
Kyle,
go.
I thought you were an actual officer, brother. But you know what? You're the good ones. All right. You're not the guy that's going to sit there and stare at me 15 feet away with your high beams
now,
on.
aren't you, Steven?
Okay. Get the ball.
Everybody with a badge sucks. I mean, except for you, officer.
Are you
Well, we
happy
got
now?
officers in our family.
Are you happy now?
That was one of the myriad of jobs I had. I worked security at the refinery here in Toledo. It was Sun Oil at the time, and then became BP. But that was one of my summer jobs.
Well, that's
and then
cool.
I got hired out of there from one of the companies that they were like, "How much do you earn here?" I said, "Well, I only work summers and certain holidays because I have another job, my real job." They said, "Well, if you don't mind working weekends and in the summer, we can easily triple your pay." And I worked as a tank cleaner in a hazmat suit. The oil refinery tanks, you have to go in and clean them out every now and then.
Uh-huh.
Woo! It was good money, but man, that job was hard because it was hot. 100 degrees outside in the summer, 130 inside, and then wearing a hazmat suit. You came out 10, 15 pounds lighter, and your suit was like somebody just threw you in the ocean.
Oh, man, that's brutal. I mean,
on the inside.
I don't know if you heard my story the other day about my Tyvek suit getting filled with poo once. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
You know.
Because the other job I had was really good money. I was an asbestos remover back in the day when it was federal regulation to get it all out, and we had to go in and you bisque clean up the room, and you had to wear a hazmat suit and everything. And we used this cleaning agent. And then they switched agents, and I was having a reaction to it. I kept throwing up in my Tyvek, my hazmat suit, down my mask and into my Tyvek suit. That wasn't fun.
Brutal.
Yeah, that I had that job for a couple of years, and oh man, it was good money. But once they switched to that cleaner, I just kept reacting to it.
Well, I tell you what, I would rather smell poo than throw up any day. You know.
I'm glad I don't have to make that kind of a choice. Then again, I raised my children. That's like that old joke I'm sure everybody knows. A guy gets sent to hell. He's died and he's sent to hell. And the devil showing him around. He says, "Okay, now for eternal damnation, here's 3 rooms here, and and we only have space in one of these 3 rooms. You take it." And so the devil opens the first door, and the guy looks in the room, and it's this nasty ratted wood, spikes sticking up everywhere, and all these people are on their heads on this horrible rough wooden floor. They're on their heads. And he's like, no. Then they go into another room, and the devil opens the door and says, "We have this room." And it's this really rough, horrible, cracked up, choppy concrete room, and everybody's on their heads in the room, moaning and groaning. So the devil opens the third door and says, "Well, we have this room." And there's a bunch of people standing in a room that's like 2 feet full of shit, but they're smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee, and they're standing upright. And the guy says, "Well, it's going to smell horrible, but at least you're not on your head. I choose this room." So the guy goes in, grabs a cup of coffee, starts smoking in the corner, and about 10 minutes later, a demon comes in and goes, "All right, everybody, coffee break's over. Get back on your heads."
Oh, no.
I'm sure most people have heard that joke.
Or maybe some rendition there of it.
Yeah. Coffee break's over. Everybody back on your heads.
Okay. I think I've got to solve that. This thing is really starting to give me the poops on my end.
You're right, Split Rock. Everybody has heard that joke before, but it originated with you.
Thanks, bud. Yeah, it's all coming back. So I've got Rick. I don't know if Rick the True's still here. So he's coming together pretty good.
Oh, it's Rick the Tree and his mini me.
Yep. both. I've got one in HO and
$1 million.
yeah. So they're nearly done. I'm just waiting for the skin tones to turn up. So they're just about done, and I'll do his hair up. And you might like this one, Plumber.
Hold on, I love that one. I like the red shirt too.
Hey,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's coming along. I haven't done the red shirt. Hang on, let me get the other one.
Gene, you're all on fire today.
So I've got this bloke here, Sparky. He's almost done. I'm not giving him black pants. He's gonna have to put up with wearing the same color jeans as Rick is.
Man, I don't
And
know.
here's the bar plumber. You still got to do a bit more yellow on him.
Whoa, that's almost like camo.
Almost. I'm still working on that one.
Looks like he threw up on
I'll do a
himself.
bit more on it tonight.
I've had those
That
types
jokes
of
are
drinking. Does the mini Sparky come with a helix, Artie?
No.
No, because it's only half
No.
size. It only comes with a loop.
Yeah, the loop. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, that's
it's
good.
yeah, I still got actually who else do I got?
I didn't do it. No one saw me do it. You can't prove anything.
oh, where have I heard that long before?
The Simpsons.
Oh yes.
That's a Bart Simpson. That's an original. You know, in this day and age, I don't think they make him say stuff like that, but they used to.
And there's Tom. He's almost done.
You know, I just want that bag of Doritos right now.
Grab it while you can. So yeah, he's almost done. I still got to do a bit more work on Heath.
Put them all in capris.
Yeah.
I was thinking something on that line, Anthony. That's good. That's real good.
I think Bart Simpson will be older than Blumber itself. Because Simpson's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, are you talking the animated cartoon, or are you talking the little comic that they actually started with by Matt Groening?
The Tracy Ullman Show. It was.
They first showed up at the Tracy Ullman Show, but Matt Groening, who did stuff. Do you guys remember The Far Side?
Yeah, absolutely.
The comic strip, The Far Side. Matt Groening did a similar comic thing, and the characters that became the Simpsons appeared in that from time to time in the late 70s, early 80s. And then he had become as a known comic guy or comic strip person, and Tracy Ullman picked him up as an animator for her show.
That's where I first saw him, yeah.
And then The Simpsons, they got their own show, The Simpsons.
Well, it was that year they had the Christmas special, right, Anthony?
Yeah. And then, so they started as the TV show The Simpsons in 87, but they did the Tracy Ullman show 85 and 86.
Yeah, I love that show. And Split Rock, I would say somewhere in his 30s. But he has that disease where he doesn't age.
So yeah, he'd be as the cartoon The Simpsons. It's 35 now.
There you go. Yeah.
You got it, honey?
You turned it off, didn't you?
No.
Okay, I am still.
If I'm holding a bag of something other than Doritos, Split Rock, what other ideas are you suggesting?
Well, I mean, I think he's just saying it would be wrong.
Bag?
Yeah. You got a bag of weed, a big bag.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm still having issues at my end, guys. I can't get on top of it.
It's all right,
sorry,
Artie.
and this is being a real
Come on.
show. I'm gonna.
Because everything from you is coming through fine, Artie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not your end. I mean, you got. Let me try something else. Let me try something else.
Well, how about
Shortly. Let me try something else.
It's,
how about Rodney and Jan? Can they
it's
stay
awkward to say it, Artie. It's awkward to say it, Artie, but everything we're seeing of you is fine. I mean, we're seeing you,
Oh, babe.
but it's fine.
It's just lagging on your
So
side. I
either
think.
something you're seeing is messing up on your side, but whatever's coming through is working. You know, the screen's not blipping, you're not blipping, we're not having audio or video issues.
No.
I think we were all thinking that once Thomas made that suggestion, because that's one of the specialties of Thomas, which is why I like him. He can, without saying it, he says it.
I tell you.
Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back shortly. I'm going to try something different.
Oh,
Are we still having technical difficulties here?
Yeah.
Artie is. He's getting told that he's lagging. He's getting that his bandwidth is being overloaded.
Okay.
And all this stuff.
I don't know. Everything looks fine here.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. So it.
Is Richard down for a reason?
I don't know.
He might have taken himself out.
Richard. Oh, okay. There you go, Richard.
Oh, hey.
Richard's focused, man. If you notice, dude is like.
Maybe Artie dropped him. I don't know.
I'm building stuff.
Understood.
I just saw him in the basement, and he's just working.
Yeah, he was up here for a while, and then I saw him drop, and I didn't even look in the basement.
Yeah,
I just felt
I
like
think
he was like, "Well, I gotta leave" or something.
I think he put me backstage or something. But anyway, what I'm doing is I'm restoring an old Lima XBT.
Ooh, that's good.
Me, I'm just having issues at the house right now because I got an aunt coming from Florida, and we're trying to figure out where to put everybody.
I like that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's not really to scale. This is based on this. It's basically painted in Australian colours, but it's based on the British HST.
I was gonna say that looks like a Class 43.
Yeah, pretty much, or whatever the Pommy version is. Or
the original, the Swallow Express livery and everything of it. Thank you, all my 00 friends that I've been educated by.
This is purely just it's just a restoration project. I'm just going to get it running and have a bit of fun with it, basically.
So isn't 00 and HO the exact same gauge?
No, well, yeah, gauge, yes.
Technically it is, but 00 is a bit bigger.
10% bigger.
10% bigger, yeah. I'm not really sure. You know, obviously, but yeah, I don't. But what I've been doing, I've replaced the old Lima motor with a CD-ROM motor. So the old Lima Ringfield motor's gone. If you can see that.
Yeah, let me enlarge again. There we go.
Yeah, make it bigger.
Sorry,
What did you put a computer motor in there? Or
it's a CD-ROM tray motor. You know, when you push the button for the tray to come out to put your CD in, that's the motor you use.
Like this one.
Hang on, I've got a spare motor here. That's basically that's the motor.
Yeah. See, I wanted to put that in mine, but our pancake motors here are much thinner and they don't fit.
Yeah, that is a problem. You can get thinner motors, but I'm not really sure. You'd have to have a look on eBay or something like that.
Yeah, I guess I will.
But the trick is to get an 8-tooth gear from China.
Okay.
8 or 9 tooth gear. I've got a whole box of them, but yeah. So when you rip them out of the CD-ROM, you got to take the gear off and whatever gear suits your
locomotive's needs.
But yeah, more than likely to be an 8-tooth gear.
Gotcha. Well, Ohio Steam and Gene Ricard both say the same thing.
Yeah, it's 176. It's 176 to 187.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then you have the issue that a lot of stuff that is 187, both American and European, is not really 187. Most of the stuff that comes out of Europe, and I can't speak for the American market, but is like Maryland does most of its locomotives at 193.5, and a lot of its cars are anywhere from 93.5, 95, 1 to 95, or even 1 to 100. Roco Pico are either 1 to 195, 1 to 100. Although every now and then, all these companies will announce these are true scale, true 187 scale.
This has been the sentiment tonight. Norm, I ran out of propane, brother. And welcome.
You're going to be cold there, mate.
Yes, Kyle, it might as well be. I tell you, my toes are a little chilly.
Oh my God, Artie, what are you showing us? Oh no, that's worse. Oh, he's doing the Batman side effect.
Oh, my leg, Artie.
Had a little too much Foster's, Artie. Were you drinking some of that Foster's while you were eating your Vegemite?
Brilliant.
And yes, my Aussie friends, I know the true opinion of Foster's. That's why I'm using it.
Hey, man, those commercials were hilarious. You remember those Foster's commercials?
Yeah, no one is Australian for Foster's. I can tell you that now.
Foster's, Australian for beer.
Yeah,
Foster's, Australian for horse piss.
Yeah. That's why we gave it to the Yanks.
In fact, they even had Crocodile Dundee advertising it over here. And he'd be like, hey, you're not going to show this to me Australian mates, are you?
Nah, not at all, mate.
Yeah, fast, Norman, fast.
Because they did that. They had like famous actors would be over here doing the don't smoke commercials, and they're in commercials in China and Japan advertising cigarettes.
Interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting.
So I just
You're winning? Oh, I'm backstage again. Oh, no, I'm
I
in the
don't
show.
think so, Gerald. I don't think they make those same type of cans. I haven't seen them around here anyway, but I used to.
Ray, it's not fighting.
no, it's not fighting. No,
He's not fighting Aru. I'll leave it to your imagination as to what it is.
no,
that's
it's
funny, though.
Okay.
That's definitely funny.
There is definitely something wrong with the landline. Because I'm screaming off my phone with another provider. So
Oh, you're on your phone.
If you're having more problems now than on wireless, then definitely something wrong with that cable, I'd say.
yeah, there is something wrong with that. There is something wrong with my provider. So they're going to get a nice little call. So okay, all right. So where were we before the earth shook in berserkly?
Well, before all this happened, you were over there, and Daryl was down there, and I was where Steve is, and then Steve was there, and then it's closer. I think it was kind of like that. Yeah,
that feels better.
Or
That
did you
feels
mean
Well, that's where we originally started. So we're back to the beginning.
Start over.
But if you're talking about in a more philosophical sense, where were we? We were nowhere.
True.
Well, we never really get anywhere, do we? The train never arrives at the station.
We're on an old vinyl record player doing 33 1/3. Oh my God, he's cloned.
Oh, hang on. Beer.
Oh my goodness. Those were great movies, Anthony. Those were absolutely phenomenal movies. The Naked Gun.
Oh.
Yeah. This is going to confuse everybody now.
What in the world?
Is this like the Brady Bunch now, or what?
Almost.
The Railroad Bunch. The Railroad
Well, it's
Bunch.
not just Sparky that can do the cloning. I can do it for all, and look.
35-pound candle. Andrew, go to bed, dude. Why are
March
you
West,
eating
what's
dinner
up?
at this time?
Jeez.
Here's the story of a man named Artie. who was trying to run a stream live of his own, but he didn't have the tech or the know-how. It made him piss and moan.
Oh.
Good one. Good one. Oh.
It's all right. I got you on the set. I got you on the police squad. Well, actually, don't yell that out too loud, Jim, because they're only around the corner. Well, yeah, we're just lucky we don't have. I can't put more than 2 up. If I get more than 2 up, then you guys are in trouble.
Yeah, I would say
Good
so.
on you, Martinez. G'day, buddy. Welcome anyway. Yeah, I don't know what went on, but see, yeah, there are the boys in blue just around the corner, and they got the detectives around there, and they got the police tape down there, and
It's all right. I got the best lawyers in the world. My firm is Dewey
As
Cheatham.
long as they're not bugging me, Artie, I don't care.
yeah, as long as they're not bothering you, that's all you worried about?
That's right. Leave me the freaking hell alone.
You didn't have to do much to call the cops. My neighbors right next door on both sides are cops.
Outstanding.
Well, you're safe then.
Around Anthony's house.
Well, I don't know. I think the problem with that is, depending on what kind of cops they are, it could be either a good thing or a bad thing.
Both are detectives. A detective and a detective sergeant work their way up through the streets.
Okay, so if we get fixed mate coming out of your basement, they're not going to come knocking on your door?
No, they like me. I'm good.
Oh, so they won't mind you having fixed mate coming out of your basement?
Hey, they have no trouble with the gunfire down here, so you know.
Wow.
Oh, that's all right then. Yeah, cool. He Anthony don't need insurance. Probably not.
All
yeah.
the screaming, the yelling, all that. No problems.
Scary part was when we went underneath the house, we found all these gun parts underneath the house.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, I'm right. I'm protected. Oh, here he is. Sean Riccardi's back again.
Crooked Dave, what's up?
I was
Cricket
so
River Dave.
scared when I
Hey,
saw
Dave,
you
hey, buddy.
yourself, Artie.
So Artie, you think you got like an old mafia house and they were just stashing their stuff under there?
Well, it is Berkeley.
It is Berkeley. Anything is possible here. Anything is possible. Well, there was a European guy that once upon a time used to live here. So he might have been tied in. He might have been tied in with the mafia. I mean, hey, I can't remember what part of Europe he came from. Was he from Italy or was he from Russia? Or from
I don't know.
from Russia.
Story, make it up and let's go.
Artie, are you sure that you don't live in the house of Ned Kelly?
Oh no, definitely sure. Yeah, no, I'm too far north for North Ned Kelly.
Okay.
Ned Kelly's further south.
Okay. I was
But he might have had
Yeah.
a northern hideaway. You don't know. He might have had a northern hideaway.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Well, that is a possibility.
John B, what's up?
Yeah, it might have been, but
He's sitting on Jimmy Hoffa's grave. That's why nobody really could find him in Giant Stadium. The mafia knew what they were doing. They shipped it to Australia. Send it to Australia. Nobody cares what's buried in Australia.
no, he's buried out. He's buried out in the middle of Australia. That what's that place called?
AS Rock?
Oh,
It's your continent. You tell us. Quit asking us. What do you call it?
where do they dump the undesirables
Down in the
again?
middle of Australia. You know, what do they call that? I'm in Toledo. I don't know what the hell they call the middle of Australia.
I thought they dumped them all in Berkeley.
Hey, John Banicki.
No. There is always Melbourne. They could have dumped him down in Melbourne. Because that's where all the water gets dumped. They all get dumped down to Melbourne.
All the undesirables, yeah. Oh, could be Mount Druitt.
Well, that's the nearest dumping ground to us. Yeah. Yeah, Mount Druitt, Rudy Hill. No, it'd be Rudy Hill, I think. They're just as bad as one another.
Here's the bad thing. We now have Artie, Richard, and Ohio Steam and Steel talking about the best dumping places in Australia.
Find you.
Oh, I don't know. Which one do you think? No. The place I dump them doesn't get found for weeks.
Crikey.
I'm just sitting here waiting for the feds to enter all your different places where you are sitting, because they have heard about all where you're dumping everybody.
Are you kidding me? Artie's got 2 Australian rent-a-cops watching this show right now, jotting down things. Oh, we need to check out this. We need to check out this Broken Hill. We need to check out this.
Well, they're listening in. They're listening into the conversation.
I'll be on this live stream alone next week going, ladies and gentlemen, Artie won't be here tonight.
Oh, and I can't say much
And
more.
Richard's going to be with a shovel going, I don't know what happened to him.
He just disappeared. They are looking at different places.
Oh, dear.
Well, they can always take me out in the Maralinga, but then again, I suppose I should be concerned because my landlord's bought himself a 1.5 ton excavator from
Oh wow,
from China.
Oh.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Never seen it before.
You don't have to worry.
And then Artie's going to turn around and talk to Joyce and me about, so you are coming, right? You're coming to Australia. We might just hit New Zealand with Kiwi Dave and say, no, Artie sounds dangerous.
Hey, it's worse over there. There's a lot of people that go to New Zealand and never come back.
Yeah,
There's a
Australians
sacrifice
that are happy to escape.
over there. They were sacrificed to the volcano over there, Anthony.
There's always that potential.
Well, Ray says he can't tell us, but it's definitely in the woods.
See, that's your first mistake. The bodies in the woods always get found.
That's true.
Oh yeah. But your woods are too populated. Yeah, you got to add an extra basil and a bit of more garlic onto the coffin, so the bears will get rid of the evidence.
That's like one of the first students I ever taught. You got to understand, my first professional job as a young teacher 36 years ago, I taught in the prison system. And I had a student named Jeremy, that's his name, walk up to me after about 2 months of teaching his class, because I was one of the teachers he liked. And he's like, you know what I'm in for? And I said, yeah, Jeremy, we have to know all your files. So yeah, you're in here for murder. He says, well, yeah, but I didn't commit that murder. And I'm like, Jeremy, that's what everybody in prison says. They didn't do that. He says, no, but I figure it's all right. My friend did that one. They just didn't find the two I did. And you never knew if they were just talking to see your reaction. I'm like, oh, okay, so it works out for you then. You figure it's a fair deal. Yeah, but you never know if they're trying to say that to see if they can intimidate you or scare you, or if it's true. And he was from the West Virginia-Ohio border, so it's a 50-50 chance he was true.
Yeah, see, I don't hide my bodies like some. I just bury them on the side of the road, and the ants do the work, and they just do these little mounds, and nobody goes near it.
So I think John's on to something.
My buddy down there, Richard, can vouch with all the anthills on the side of the highway going down south with all the anthills.
Well, look at Ivan Milat, mate.
I send my bodies to
Yep.
Denmark, and they come back up on live streams.
Peace out, Ohio.
Well, Ivan Milat, look at that amateur. He actually took him in the bush. and they found him. But if he would have done what I did, they would have never caught him. I mean,
I'm
good
just
night.
so impressed with all the
care.
knowledge that are hidden within all your persons there.
I don't know,
how
but
to dispose of almost anything.
Yeah.
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 And
G'day,
now
Roy. How are you, buddy? We were just talking about where we hide bodies. You tuned in just in time.
Container Man.
we could help Plumber because I know for a fact that if you dump somebody in a sewer system, they will eventually disappear completely, be waste. But on the other hand, if you got an incinerator, you could both keep your heat and we could get rid of those we want to get rid of.
I wouldn't need the jacket. I wouldn't need the Eskimo, as Dave said.
Well, you can always. I suppose you still got those septic tanks. I suppose you can always put in a septic tank because that's the last place anybody will go into, eh?
Well,
And to wrap the show up tonight, folks, let's talk about what we learned about model railwaying today.
Yeah, well, we're just discussing what we do with people that touch our trains unwantingly.
I heard you talked about cement trains, and that's an
Yes.
interesting topic. But in the old days in Copenhagen, they actually had a railroad which main purpose was to transport human waste out from. They collected it, and then they shipped the human waste out to all the I don't know what
the
you
farms
call it, where you make potatoes and vegetables and so on.
I keep my bodies.
Oh yeah, of course you do, Anthony. And you even keep the body parts, I assume.
Oh, the legs are delicious.
Yeah,
Little barbecue sauce.
It's
better than that horrible Danish fish you're always trying to push off on us.
Container Man, we've got an issue with that comment that you made. We don't have alligator farms here anymore.
They're alligator ranches.
Yeah, no, we got crocodile farms.
If you're thinking Mustang Ranch, same idea, just with alligators.
Okay, what kind of Split Rock has just asked? What kind of conversation is this? Well, this is a conversation with all those who have been plotting and coming in and taking our trains without permission. So while they are watching this, they are slowly going to learn their fate. And their fate will be this: they will never be found again. Yeah.
It's just
I've been smoking one of these a little too much today. Yeah, I see it too. It's the cosmos, man. I see it too. Imagine if all our trains could just run in harmony. Imagine all the trains. No longer AC or DC, man. All scales are one, man.
Oh my goodness. That's good, Anthony. Oh, Possum Bayou is rubbing it in. Look. He's rubbing it in.
I'm running my AC. Well, I think I'm gonna have to put my AC on soon too. It's getting a bit warm out here.
I like the cold. I just want snow. I just don't want this cold and rain, which is what's coming,
Well, that's, as I said before, I also had a look at. I looked at the Nita Wood picture. Gerard, there you go. Yeah, that's been tried. No, that leaves around too much evidence.
Of course, it's behind me. Where else is Uranus going to be?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Split Rock. You got Uranus in front of you. It was a defect. The doctors tried to fix it.
Looking
And
at
you
the
got
screen,
six
that's
of
right.
Uranus. You got 6 of Uranuses in front of you.
Shit, eh?
He
Well,
has done
we
some
have to-
scenery. I'll good on you.
somehow we have to turn around, I think. To really
But
show
too
the
late for that.
Uranus.
There's no YouTube page now.
No, you already missed that joke. That was before you came in, Jean Ricard.
You
Yeah.
saying do the hokey pokey?
I was already talking about
Seven-
showing a new moon over
No,
Saturn.
no. We're
Yeah.
not going there. No way. Yeah, you had to ask, Thomas. Yeah. You had to ask. But you never know if you never ask, do you? You never know the truth. But then again, is it the truth? You know? Uranus, of course.
Oh wait, wrong one. Sorry, John. This is the one I was just giggling at.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to send a probe to Uranus to find out.
Oh my god.
If Uranus
What time the
is,
drinking? Yeah,
is some
that started
kind
at
of
10 o'clock
brown
this morning.
planet,
What was that?
I guess.
What was that? Richard story. We saw like the rail. We gone real wacky. What do you got to show? What are you going to say?
Ooh,
Richard?
I was just wondering if Plummer had his wish fulfilled as an astronaut and went to Uranus, the brown planet.
Thankfully not.
Okay.
Oh man. But I've dealt with a lot of stuff that came out of someone's, Uranus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a bottomless pit. That is.
But at least it's not a giant red spot.
Hey, yeah.
Jesus, you're all talking a lot of shit today. What's going on?
I think we all drank some Kool-Aid.
Oh, you can say, man. Yeah.
Oh,
we haven't talked about shit for a long time.
Shit, eh?
This has been pent up all day. I had to behave myself all day. We had my grandson Kyan's birthday is in 10 days, but we celebrated it today because his other grandfather was in town. And my son came up, so the whole family was here. So they said, let's just celebrate it today. Everybody knew that everybody was coming into town, so they decided to celebrate today instead of waiting 10 more days when not everybody would be here.
Right, make everyone travel again.
How did he take it? Did he understand?
He was excited. He was very excited. He was a little overwhelmed having so many people at his house because he's not used to seeing Grandpa at his house. He's used to, well, he's had both grandpas. But that was to be honest, it was kind of sad because he doesn't see his other grandpa very often, like maybe twice a year, so he doesn't really know him. So I'm Grandpa, well, I'm Opa, but everybody's in this house, and Kyan, it's everything has to be with this grandpa, the new toys with me, I'm being asked to come with him and go somewhere and do things. And I felt really bad for his uncle and aunts and that, because he was really just, anytime he wanted something, it was grandpa, it was me. And so Ken, that's his other grandfather, that's his dad's dad, is just sort of like, hi, grandson, Opa! And I would have felt really bad if it were reversed, where wow, that kid doesn't give a damn about me, just likes the other grandparent. But I do watch the kid 3 times a week, and I'm more involved with him clearly because his other grandpa lives in Florida.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, what a bad influence you are, Anthony. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I do feel guilty. I do. In all seriousness, I do feel guilty. And at times it can be a pain because wherever we go, it's like, here, somebody hold Kyan for a minute. And 2 seconds later, it's, Opa! It's like, somebody else hold him. Give my arms a break.
They made a movie exactly about that story. And here it is. It's Billy Crystal. It's what I was talking about on the Wednesday stream, Artie. parental guidance. It's the exact same situation. One grandpa is in, the other one is not. And Billy Crystal's the one that's not, so you know it's going to be funny.
Well, I think the only way that Kayan's other grandfather can outdo this guy here is by buying him a jumbo jet or an F-16. They'll outdo him.
It's
So
plausible.
he's got to come up with more money.
It's possible, but not likely. But you know, he's going to be 2. So even though he's actually had 2 previous Christmases, this is the first one where it might start to sink in.
Right.
You know, like his birthday. This was his first birthday celebration where we really understood he's getting gifts. Now, whether he oh my God, I can't talk today. Cognitively understands that that this is a one-day affair. Is he going to wake up tomorrow and expect more presents again? Like, oh, this is a new normal for me. But it's going to be his first. We're kind of excited because it's going to be his first real Christmas where he's noticing Christmas trees and why is this in your living room? And this is weird, you know. And
yeah,
not nearly as weird when Grandpa or Opa is asking him to smile to the camera, and there was a train running in the background. You must be absolutely out of your mind expecting the kid to smile when there's something important on the floor running around the Christmas tree.
Well, the thing is, Kyan has always, until like the last 2 months, been a ham for the camera. If you pull out a camera, he's looking at you, cheesy grin, like, and all of a sudden now you take out the camera and he's like, paparazzi, leave me alone. I am tired of you demanding pictures of me. Give me my space and peace. Oh, come on, Kyan, smile.
No, you got to pay for it. I mean, Kyan's going to be like, well, you want a photo of me, want me on video? You're going to have to buy me a new train.
Well, that was the funniest bit today. Is my one daughter, Liz, Kyan's aunt, took out her camera to take a picture of him. And he starts coming like, let me see what's on your camera. What are you taking a picture of? I'm trying to take a picture of you, but he's trying to come around and look at it. So she flipped it on to reverse, like to do a selfie, like, okay, I'll catch you this way. And then she turned an angle and he's actually starting to smile and she's trying to take the picture, but she turned around just a bit and I was in the background and he just goes, Opa! It's just like, and my daughter's just looking at me, Dad, could you just stop being popular? She took the picture, but it's more of me than of Kyan. But yeah, it is. It's you know, I sit there and apologize. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be his favorite, but for whatever reason, I am his favorite.
All right, Anthony, here's a question for you.
He's got the stuff that every kid wants. Every boy wants.
There's 2 things. I mean, Kyan likes all the trains, but he likes the metronome. That's the yellow one. If you know the yellow double-decker, the yellow and blue double-decker, he likes that one. He likes any of them that go fast, but he loves the steam whistle.
Okay.
If I have a steamer on the layout and I hit the steam whistle sound effect, he gets more excited about that. He loves horns, but if you do the steam whistle, he really loves that one. So I don't know where the hell he got that from.
Well, looks like you said you're not going to want steam trains. Looks like your grandson is trying to say buggy and modern day stuff. Oompa, I want steam. I want it now.
Every time he comes over sometime between 8:30 and 9. He gets here on the mornings, on the days I watch him, because I watch him from about 9 to 6. And the first thing he does is he walks in the house and he wants to get, okay, the Hot Wheel car has got to be out on the floor in the living room. And then he usually has a cartoon he wants to watch. And then normally he hasn't had breakfast yet, so we're trying to talk him into eat breakfast. And he's like, no. And then he starts walking to the gate, which is right up the stairs behind me. Now I can take that background out for a bit.
You were showing towards.
There's a stairway. You can see the stairway behind me right here. There's a gate at the top of that. It's to keep the cats out, but it's also to protect him from falling. And he goes to that gate and he's trains. And I'm like, no, you have to eat breakfast first. And he'll just stand there, trains. No, you have to eat breakfast first. And he just takes his arm down, like, fine. And then we'll come down here. And he's like, trains go. And so I'll turn the trains on. But he gets impatient, because I turn the trains on one at a time. And he'll look at the one train that's not moving, like, train go, Opa, train go. It's like, give me a damn second, you little. And then once all the trains are going, he likes to stand up right here. He likes to stand right here so he can watch the trains. And then he's got other places he likes to go around, and he just wants to switch. He'll climb up. There's a chair over here. He likes to stand over by my Dumb and Horse station and just overlook the layout that way. And then he wants me to pick him up and lift him up over here because, A, he likes to see that angle, but also he can play with all the trains on the shelf. But he has his routine. It's really weird. He's got a routine of how this has to be done.
But Anthony, why don't you just give him the smartphone and let him control the trains? After all, he's the best train driver in the family.
Hey, Sean Ricard, I got an idea too. Why don't you shut the up?
Ooh. Oh, it's getting deep for real now. Oh man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just let the kid run the trains. He already knows how to shut off and run the Central Station 3.
Of course. He's 2 years old, and Macklin is intuitive. His cognitive abilities are very developed towards...
Exactly, that's the problem. Because we already have a problem. He's like, trains got to stop. So, because he wants to go look at it over here real quick. Oh, trains have got to go. And so he's running back and forth, turning the trains on and off. And I'm like, no, don't do that. That's not good for the trains or the machine.
Oh, it's Macklin. It can stand use like that.
You just shut up, Jean Ricard. Just because you don't have a 2-year-old monster running around with your layout right now, it's easy for you to encourage that wickedness.
G'day, Luna. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. Yeah, but the thing is, he's obviously fair in the way how he wants to run the trains. He doesn't like the way you run the trains. He wants to run the trains his way.
Yeah.
Actually, Anthony, I know for a fact that it works like that. And the reason why I know it is because when I was 1.5 years old, my aunt gave my parents my first train set. And her fun by giving my parents that train set for me was to sit the little me in the middle of the oval of tracks and then see the struggle my parents had to just connect the whole thing and make it running, and seeing this kid turning around like a swirl chair to see the trains,
Yeah.
So I know for a fact it can run like that.
Well, yeah. Now, the funny thing is that is one thing Kyan does not like. If I put a layout on the floor, he is scared to... He does not want the trains running if he's inside of it. Because, like, I have those Miracle in My World. If you don't know what Miracle in My World is, it's battery operated with plastic C track. And it's battery operated trains with plastic versions of the track I have down here. And the idea, and technically you can run those trains even on the regular Miracle in C track, the metal based stuff. But anyhow, he likes me to set it up, but then he hits a point where, okay, that's enough. But oh my goodness, if he wants to go from one part of the living room to the other, the trains have to be off. And if you want to make him cry, turn the trains on while he's in the middle of them. He panics.
Okay.
Weird. That's the one thing he does not like. He does not like to be in the middle when the trains are running.
Okay.
This is okay up here where they're up off the floor. But if it's on the floor, like even the little mallard that I have down there, he likes to turn that on now and then. But the minute he wants to go in another part of the room, it has to stop.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that story because that's the one thing he does not like is being in the middle with the trains going around.
Well, he has your reservation in mind.
Thanks for coming, Steve.
Oh, we just got him.
Peace out.
He got a wooden magnetic control. It's a wooden train that spells out his name, and it has magnetic connections between the cars. So it's just one of these pull across the floor things. Oh my goodness! Yeah, once he opened that one up, that was the first time for like an hour he was on his own. He was just on the floor, just taking it all through the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room at my daughter's house. And he was just on the floor. And everybody's like, relax time for a minute. Now, we bought him a crap load of Bluey toys.
Oh, yeah.
We bought him a crap load of Bluey toys because that is his show, man. He has got to watch Bluey. He's got 3 things he likes to watch right now. Bluey, and he'll just walk in the house. Bluey, 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 Bluey. And he'll just keep saying it till you put it on the TV. Bluey, Bluey, Bluey. Or it's Cars. He likes the Pixar movie Cars.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
And he'll be halfway through 3 Bluey episodes and then finally be like, Cars, 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 Cars.
I like me some Tow Mater.
Other
I'll tell you what.
is, it's Buds, Fire Buds or something like that. It's a new one where it's a combination of Cars and other kid shows where it's like the cars are alive and animated, but the humans are too. And it's just some recipe. Like there's a junior cop car, a junior fire truck car, a junior ambulance. Their parents do the real job, and then kids drive these. It's really weird. I don't get it.
It sounds interesting.
And then he likes this one Puppy Dog Pals every now and then, but I can only watch like 2 or 3 episodes of that, and then I'm trying to talk him out of it. You want to go run the trains? Puppy Dog Pals. Bluey, I can watch forever. I don't need him.
I can tell you, Anthony, I'm 58, and I can tell you, I love the Minions.
Oh,
whenever I need a good laugh, I'll turn on the Disney Channel. I'll just watch the Minions, and I will laugh my ass off, and I'll feel a lot better.
They are funny, Daryl.
They are.
I'll love to get the 3D printed mini Minions.
Yeah.
On my layer.
No, they are just funny as all get out. Of course, I subscribe to a channel with. I still subscribe to a channel, and I still watch the Looney Tunes. Yosemite Sam, Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner,
DVD.com. Yep.
I just can't get enough of it.
Oh, I love the old Looney Tunes.
And then Tom and Jerry.
You're despicable.
Yeah.
But they were I still reckon.
Oh, we had your dragon. You'll blow us all to smithereens.
Yeah. I still reckon they're the best cartoons ever. Best animated cartoons ever made.
Are we talking PG or other? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What was that?
Hong Kong.
Nothing. I'm sorry. Nothing. Train show kids.
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Wile E. Coyote, Elmer Fudd, that group. Those are the best.
Daryl, I have to ask you a question. When you say you like the Minions, those are the little yellow men. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, those are little men with the big eyeballs.
With the big, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of when you said that there's a French cartoon called the Minuscules with all kinds of little insects doing funny things, and I don't know if any of you know them. But
no, I've never heard of them.
They are very.
You mean it's for the what's that?
Too. I will always watch Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Pinky and
on.
the Brain.
That one is awesome.
Now, Jean, is Denmark the place where I always see them doing videos or people doing videos on the red light district? Is that the Denmark that they're talking about? Part of Denmark?
Copenhagen and then Amsterdam in the Netherlands.
Oh, is that Amsterdam?
I
Amsterdam.
think it's more easy to make videos about red light districts in Amsterdam than it is in Denmark, because we don't really have a red light district. We are very liberal in that way, so we haven't had a red light district since back in the 60s.
Okay.
When we
You don't need it.
liberated the pornography in 69, and then we had the entire world came to Copenhagen to watch.
But Jean Ricard,
Yeah, we got everybody on the cartoons, and who was a Container Man? Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
I mean,
Coyote, super genius.
and any of the Looney Tunes.
Oh
But
my
to go
God!
back to Daryl and Jean Ricard, that bit you were talking about here. See, it's kind of related to that, but Jean Ricard, the best thing to ever Denmark that's related to that topic was back in the 80s or the 90s, because I told you about this before, Jean Ricard, and you didn't remember it. Denmark was having a population crisis. Their population was actually declining.
Okay.
And so Denmark did a series of commercials called Do It for Denmark, where they were encouraging, it was done under the vacation travel through Denmark, but the whole thing was called, boyfriend and girlfriends, husbands and wives, take a vacation this weekend, get out there, find a romantic spot, and start making babies again. And that was called Do It for Denmark.
Yeah, but actually, that was a commercial for a travel agency.
Yeah, that's why I said it started as a travel agency thing, but it was
it was but that's the twisted minds of Danes, that get
Ladies
the
and
Romans
gentlemen,
back
you heard it here
into
second.
life. Do it for Denmark.
You heard it on my channel first.
Yeah, of course.
My channel.
This is on Artie's. It just came out of your mouth.
My channel.
No, I've been saying the Danes are crazy since I met Jean Ricard on my channel.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
That's how I do the fun and the thing. You heard it here first. He admitted it. Jean Ricard just admitted the Danes have twisted minds. So from now on, when he's on my channel giving me grief, just understand it's coming from a twisted mind.
Yeah, of course.
John Benikis says, remember when they cut all the violence out of the cartoons? Now, I remember that, though, but so is that why they don't show these Looney Tunes on air anymore? You have to get them on a separate channel on YouTube? Because if you look at those videos, they're pretty violent. But as a kid, I didn't see them as violent at all.
Well, we did. We just didn't go out and necessarily recreate it. But what happened is
that's true.
The problem is you had kids that started doing it. I don't know how apocryphal those stories were, but you started having reports where a kid watches Wile E. Coyote do something, and he and his buddies went outside and tried to do it. And so, boom, they all got banned. Now, some got banned because of inherent racism, which there was in some of the cases. But like Yosemite Sam, there was never racism or anything in that, but it became the whole violent thing, violent with no purpose, unrealistic expectations. If walking off of cliffs thinking as long as they don't go down, they won't fall.
If I should come with a comment as a crazy Dane with a twisted mind, I would say that those Looney Tunes could how shall I express it? It could be some causes to the fact that some of the young people bring guns around in a community and shoot another at other persons because they have seen it in cartoons that nothing really happens. Like when
I never bought into the like they said the same thing about video games, that it made us insensitive to violence. But you can watch American TV from 8 o'clock to midnight. Genre Card, you and I are the same age. Daryl and I are the same age, although I'll be a year older in a couple of, in 9 days.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 1960s, sitting at the dinner table watching American soldiers get killed on TV. If that didn't desensitize me to violence, nothing was going to.
See, if you're going to be violent, this is where you're going. On the Grey Goose. This is what we call the Grey Goose.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
that's a nice looking bus.
See, again, Daryl, you and I are the same age. We grew up watching Evel Knievel, right?
That's right.
And
you're absolutely right.
We took our bicycles and we did jumps, and sometimes we missed and we hurt ourselves. We got up, we dusted it off, but kids were doing that even before Evel Knievel. Evel Knievel didn't cause kids to jump their bikes. It was jumping a bike as a kid, and Evel Knievel said, could I make a career out of this? It's stuff we did, and then it got portrayed. But all of a sudden, that stuff got blocked from TV because kids were out there on their bikes trying to jump, and mom and daddy say, don't put that on TV. And it's not political. It's right-wing and left-wing people are like, you've got to take that away to protect my precious child from seeing such things.
Yeah, it's crazy, Anthony. I watch the X Games, and it's like, don't try this at home. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's where all this started. Was at home.
My daughter Elizabeth, my second daughter Elizabeth, she was born in July, and we were like, okay, first Christmas will be fine. No, she was crawling. 5 months old, and she was crawling and getting into the Christmas tree. And the only reason she learned to crawl was so she could get to a place where she could pull herself up. And the only reason she pulled herself up was so she could walk. And the only reason she could walk was so that she could walk to somewhere else and crawl even higher. And that child was crawling onto the couches. She was literally a curtain climber. And the whole point of climbing up to the top of the couch or the windowsill was so she could jump off. And I'm talking a 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old doing this. She was just a stunt person. Watch this, Dad. Wait, no.
That's true. Postmodern.
But at the end of the day, when you look at it, with everything that's been said, there's so much contradiction involved. I mean, you have a look at some of these animated cartoons and non-animated, like I don't know what you want to call it. There's still violence, and they haven't really taken violence away from it.
Well, it's not allowed to be violent like human towards human. Like if you have an inanimate object or character, they can be violent against another inanimate object or character.
Yes, you can mutilate plastic figures all you want. No,
but the thing is, it's still violent.
It is, but it's not directed against human. But again, even that with all the cartoons like X-Men, the X-Men cartoon of the 90s, and probably Plumber's probably a little closer to that age group. Now, I loved it because I was an X-Men comic book geek as a kid. And then they had a cartoon in the 90s, the early 90s, and I loved it. And I would sit my kids down with it. This is my stuff, kid. And my kids watched X-Men, but they would fight, and it was mutants fighting anti-mutants and all this stuff. And there was violence. But the point is, there always had to be a moral. Remember G.I. Joe, the cartoon?
Right. That's what I grew up with there.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's right.
They could excuse all the violence. As long as there was a moral lesson to be learned at the end of the show. And then the best one of all was A-Team. Anybody remember A-Team?
Yeah.
The American TV show, the A-Team.
Yeah.
America passed a law that said at 8 o'clock you could not show violent death. From 8 to 9 o'clock you could not show violent death. So the A-Team did a scene on purpose just to flip off where a helicopter crashes into a side of the mountain, and then they cut back, and the two guys that were in the helicopter get out and say, "Whew, that was scary."
Is that what that was?
That doesn't happen that way, really.
And my little brother's like, they should be dead.
I the Incredible Hulk from back in that day.
The original.
Growing up.
What was that guy's name? David Carradine, or?
No, that was Kung Fu.
That was Kung Fu.
It was. Let's see. Lou Ferrigno was the Hawk, and Bill. Quick, somebody back me up. Biddy. Bill. What was his name? Because he died of cancer a few years later.
Well, that's nice.
God, I can't think of his name. Somebody who's got their Google phones out. Bill Bixby. There it is. Somebody finally came up with it. Bill Bixby. Yeah, I lost his name.
Was
there.
that Bill?
Bixby.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was Bill Bixby.
Not just my little green men, Container Man.
I did not do that, but they did suffer firecracker and M80 attack.
We used to build
200
Lego
guys for
structures
99
and blow
cents.
them up.
You could get 200 guys, blue and gold, 99 cents. We'd buy a bag of them, the plastic tanks, a couple of bags of them, set them up in the backyard. This is World War II, bitches.
Yep. Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I never had the army set. I had the a cowboy Indian set, and I mean I'm talking about a big set.
Yeah, that was harder to explain the firecracker. The Indians called it helicopters and the cowboys.
Yeah, but still had fun. But we had fun days. We never went. Okay, we went stupid, but we didn't go to the point like what's happening today, where they're going out stabbing and beating each other up and putting each other in a hospital. I mean, that was something we talk about. I blew up anthills. Yeah, so did I, Container Man. I had a lot of fun with doing that.
As an adult, I want to find one and pour aluminum into it and then dig out the aluminum.
Too, yeah, the liquid metals that they pour in them.
Yep.
What, in the anthills?
Yeah, the anthill art.
Yeah, yeah, I watched those.
The problem with our anthills, there's two problems with our anthills.
Is Joyce a conservatist
hits keep coming
animals or something like that, since we should be quiet like that, Anthony?
Just have to behave. She thinks I'm an angel down here when I'm hanging out with the guys. Don't you, dear?
I'm sure she doesn't think like that.
You just know her so well, Jean Ricard.
Leave it up to Gene.
She is just so happy that you are living in your living room so that she can have her living room for exercise. You have shown it yourself. And
99% of the people watching this video have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the day, she's listening in on what he's saying. Because I remember it was last week's stream where she says, "That is not true." From upstairs.
Actually, no, that was my daughter that yelled that. That was my daughter who yelled, "That's not true."
Oh, right. Okay.
No, Joyce has been happy. Joyce has been happy that I've had the 3D background behind me, the green screen background, but so she could just sneak down here and sneak upstairs without everybody seeing her, where she'd feel obligated to come and say hi to everybody.
Well, you failed her then, and you didn't put it back up. But see, we got two problems with anthills here to do that aluminium casting. One, you'll expose the dead bodies that are buried in them. And
we just brought that full circle.
Yeah.
And secondly, you got to get
up.
Good point, Anthony.
I was just thinking, Anthony, couldn't you wear a green dress and then put...
Why do you want to see me in a dress?
Yeah.
Hey, man, Gene Ricard is tired. You got to give him
Ricard, you need some sleep there, young man.
So that we could get Joyce on instead of you, so that we have something nice to see. You know, like the green background instead.
But then you'd have to do the chroma key to make me disappear. So it comes down to the fact you want to see me in a green dress.
In your place.
You're not going to see me in any color dress. I don't play on that side of the street.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Oh, my goodness.
Everybody remember what Jean Ricard was saying.
And here, Jean Ricard, you got about a 1% better chance of talking Joyce into wearing a dress.
I don't think
When
you
was the last time you
understood.
wore a dress?
I don't think you understood me.
The wedding in April.
After you got
When
the
was the last time
point,
you wore
I
a
wanted
dress
to
that wasn't for an
substitute
official function?
Anthony with Joyce in the stream. You know, it might not need to be Joyce as such, but you know, just put her in your place, Anthony.
It's the boobs, Jean Ricard. Just come out and say it.
No, I won't say it. I like your wife. I like the expression of your wife. And she is not so pushy as you are.
I have 5 fingers available, John or Jean. I have 5 fingers here. They're available. You don't want this one. It's too small and stubby. This one also has some issues. This one's got a ring on it, so you really can't have that one. So it's going to be one of these two. Just one of these two are yours. Now, if we were in the UK, I would happily give you both of them. But since we're in America, I can only give you one.
My God.
So what you are saying is I should pick a number. What about number 1?
No, Jean Ricard, with you, I was heavily thinking a number 2.
Okay.
He fell
Okay,
right.
we got an international war starting here between Denmark and the United States. Well, hang on, so Holland.
The Denmark and United States want nothing to do with this. They're looking at both of us going, we've had 230 years of peace. Don't fuck it up, you two. Denmark's one of the few countries we haven't been to war with.
I'm sorry. That last comment was for John, not Jeff. My dyslexia kicked in right there. Or
It's all right.
John, Jeff,
yeah. I think I got the cab crew or crew cab Wednesday backwards too, if I remember correctly.
It's all right.
It's all right.
When you come in here, we'll have to. You're more than welcome to go to Queensland because they put things back to front up there too.
Well, I can't spell B, so that's 4. I call it 4X.
See, Jean Ricard, she's
right.
doing the laundry like a woman should be doing.
Yeah, but the house husband's got to do that now.
I think she just put it down so that you go and carry it upstairs. And actually, she gave you a hint.
All right.
So better start picking up the basket and carry
Well,
it
are you going to
upstairs.
sit here and make Jean Ricard happy? Because he wants you in front of me.
Yeah, and Anthony in the dress.
And Anthony in a green
No,
dress.
yeah, that's nice. That's so nice.
That's so nice.
Dude.
That's my favorite thing. A couple of number 1s right there.
Put him to
So
work.
what Joyce is saying there, you two, is you two to kiss and make up.
No, that's not what she's saying at all.
Whoa.
I lost my chair.
All right, the mood changed.
Oh, no,
It-
it's always
it
been out
was-
here. It's taken into the.
No, we have 2.
It was nice to see you, Joyce.
She's actually looking for a chair.
I'm too lazy to go
Yeah.
get it.
You want me to go?
What do you have to? What do you have to, Richard?
On my lap?
You
All right.
always just sit in that chair, Anthony. Get up and give the chair to Joyce. She needs to sit down and be comfortable. Don't sit there like a pasha.
I don't think he's gonna leave this one alone, Anthony.
Here's the bread.
He's just digging himself a deeper and deeper hole, and I'm just waiting for.
I think it's getting too weird.
I didn't think anything was too weird for you, except for me in a green dress.
The truth of it is, good people, he's going to be putting it on later on off camera. But he just
You guys
doesn't want
have twisted fantasies.
just you wait until we meet sometime next spring, and I'll put you in a dress. You'll be so nice.
He's gonna put you.
That
in
is too creepy. Jean Ricard, I rescind the invitation to. And by the way, you got to let us
That's
know
right,
for sure
John.
because we have to buy the tickets. Miniature Wonderland, you have to buy the tickets ahead of time now. You have to order them.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
But
You
Oh,
can't
right.
just show up. You can just show up, but they put you at the end of the waiting line.
I know because one of my friends were just in Hamburg this last week, and they went in one day and bought the tickets for the next day, and still they had to wait an hour to get
You and me both, John Panicki. You and me both.
That's right,
And
John.
Joyce for 3.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
Whatever turns you on, man.
Oh man.
We're going down the gurgler.
My eyes
Hey,
are
Richard, you're
watering
sitting
and
next to him.
freezing
I'd be
at
getting
the
up and
same
moving
time.
too.
That's all right. I'm just.
Oh.
I need a.
Is it getting cold at your place there, Richard or Wendy? I know it's blowing a
the
gale up
summer's
mine.
up.
No, it's bit of winds come up, but it's still pretty hot.
Oh, I'm getting hit up here. Yeah. Oh well.
No, you're
It's
just
gonna be
getting
windy
warmed up with all
night.
this talk.
There you go. Look what Possum Bayou says.
This meal is getting hot in here.
Of course.
Well, while you've been talking about getting everything else,
So some of us won't watch it, but there is some that will.
I've managed to rewire a whole loco and get
There's
it
not
running.
many things I'll say won't happen, and that's one that won't happen.
Okay. Back to trains.
Anthony Dodge, Bernard C. All right, Richard, what's up? Let's see what you're doing.
Since we've been talking shit all afternoon, I've managed to rewire a loco and get it up and running again. So.
Nice.
It looks like a Lima.
It is a Lima with a CD-ROM motor replacement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to dig out a different
Is that what they
CD-ROM
call
motor.
Richard?
Mine's too thick.
Yeah,
Is that what they call the coreless motors?
yeah, they're brushless apparently.
Yeah. My friend Jim in the UK has been taking out all his motors and replacing them with what he calls coreless motors.
Yeah, that'll be
And
probably
he
these. Yeah.
He says they're more powerful and they don't break down the way standard model train motors work. And I've been debating.
That's the old Ringfield type motors. Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah, you got to constantly clean them.
Yeah, I don't think this one is brushless, but I gotta find one as thin as the one you got there, Richard, because this one won't fit.
Honestly, mate.
Yeah.
Mostly pull apart old stereos, old CD players, whatever, and find whatever you can find.
I mean, that's where this came from.
Exactly.
But it's
That's
just
where these come from.
it's too thick for my loco.
Okay.
Find them in record players and stuff. Hey, what kind of locomotive is that? Well, it's an Athearn shell with an RCA motor. We're good.
It's even got the dog.
So, yeah. They're only good for the Ringfield replacement. Yeah, the old Ringfield type motors.
33 and a third speed steps.
Yeah. No, well, yeah. Hey, it works, man.
Yeah,
I've
no.
done
My friend Brian Finn put a video up
Okay, postmodern.
last year, a series of videos where he took a microwave oven and he used parts from a microwave oven
and
built a working, functioning turntable, roundhouse turntable for his layout.
Oh, that's
using
cool.
Parts from a microwave. It was
If you had that tray in there spin, so that makes sense.
the whole motor and everything. He ripped off the shell, got all the parts out, rearranged the belts, and voila, he had this working. And then he wired it up so that would work to his control system, and it was brilliant. It was really brilliant to watch that. And so what Richard's saying there about, if it works or you take apart old machines and do it, absolutely. If you
Yeah,
know what you're doing, yeah.
It's pretty
I
cool
remember
that
up
the
at-
microwaves were invented by a radar technician that realized his Hershey bar was getting soft in his pocket when he stood in front of the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
There you go.
I remember up at the Sydney Motor Railway Society, two of the turntables there, but one in particular, when I saw underneath it, they'd what's this?
I don't know, but that was a pretty interesting thick comment.
Actually, on Hexable, you're completely wrong. There is no now because to make you think it's now, it's become the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow
Okay.
never
There is no
comes.
future. There is no present. There's only the past because as soon as it happens, it became the past.
I'm just worried if you take a turntable from a micro oven, that half the time it would go the other way around that you prefer it.
Yeah,
I don't
mine
know how
goes
we
that,
wired it
Gene.
up.
That's right. Mine goes this way and or that way.
Hey,
Yeah.
all I know is he was putting extremes on, and the burritos came out just wonderful.
Well, they got. Well, I remember the guys from the old school up in Sydney Motor Railway Club, or society up in Sydney at Uncliffe. They actually used old sewing machine motors because they were small enough, and they actually used that on a belt to drive the turntable underneath, and it worked very well for many, many years. But I think that is no longer in existence. The new members have removed it, unfortunately. So, yeah, and that was way before microwave ovens were invented.
But
Yeah.
but I think that the problem with a belt-driven turntable is that sooner or later the belt needs to be tightened up. You get slack, so you don't
Yeah.
get the precision of the turntable. At least
It's
you
going
should.
to plummet. Well, that's right. That did happen. That
Yeah.
did happen, Plumber. I mean, Sean, it did happen.
Yeah, it ran out.
But what, for example, your turntable at your layout, Artie, how do you manage the precision of the tracks when you have the
I
what
can
do you
actually
call it?
program mine to stop where it needs to stop.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I've got the preset positions. I can program to stop at a certain position.
yeah,
And then it's got on the actual pad itself, it's got basically your head of your rail, which is where your cabin is, and the tail at the other end. You can actually turn it. It will actually turn the quickest way around to that track.
Not orcs.
Yeah.
That's a good
But-
one. If you know
but
your back.
I was thinking, how
Two
do you
turntables and a microwave.
Where
how
it's
are
at.
you get the
Two
precision
turntables and a
to the
microphone.
different tracks? Do they have a sensor out for the track, or do you have to adjust it every time you start, or what do you do there?
You got to calibrate. You got. It helps to calibrate. There's an optical sensor on it where they advise you when you turn your power on, it calibrates it to that zero position.
Yeah.
And then after that, wherever your positions were, it actually works on like a timing mechanism or whatever.
Good night, Jim.
Good night,
Peace
Jim.
out, Jim.
Okay. I'll take you guys to the training room now. I'm on my mobile, and I'll show you guys. I'll show you how it works.
Yeah. But luckily, for example, Anthony doesn't have that problem because he doesn't have a turntable. He doesn't.
Oh, I've got a turntable, just not for my layout.
I picked this one here up from the used market for $30.
Yeah.
Works well. I got to find the actual motor portion for it. There's a little house and motor that you could buy with it.
Yeah.
Just rip on out of a microwave, you'll be right.
So Dwight, I've got 3 propane containers actually. I used the other one earlier in the week, and then I pulled the one off my my Barbie, as Bernard C says, for this evening, but it didn't have very long left in it.
And that's why you use coal.
Well, as soon as the first of the year comes, I will be getting the flue stuff for my pellet heater over here. And, you know, then I won't have anything to worry about. A bag of pellets will last just over 24 hours.
What about just an electric space heater?
So the power you see here, I'm running from an extension cord from the house right now. There is no power in this garage.
Okay.
And the garage sits about 24 inches away from the house. So whoever had to put that siding in there on the garage and the house, man, I feel bad for them.
Hey, Mike, you're 5'2" and 105 pounds. You put the siding on in here.
Let's see.
What about insulation? Aren't you going to put some insulation in the garage?
Absolutely, Gene. Absolutely. But if you can see the discoloration right there, that black.
Yeah.
The deck in the room above is leaking. They didn't do the flashing or anything correctly. So this whole wall is pretty much starting to mold.
Oh, man.
Okay.
And 20 grand before the pandemic was the cheapest estimate I got for fixing that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to be a lot more expensive now.
Yeah.
And it's 40 degrees right now, Bernard, in the garage.
Yeah, it's pretty cold. You look pretty cold.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
It's bloody hot here. Yeah.
See, look at Artie's beautiful turntable, man.
Yeah.
Makes me jealous.
Still needs to be.
No, Jeff, my roof is good. My roof, we literally redid the roof 2 years ago. It's where the deck connects to the side of the garage. It's the flashing.
Well, they didn't seal it up properly, and a bolt probably failed.
There's the optical sensor there, Jean.
Okay.
And there's another one on this end of the turntable track.
Yeah.
So you zero it in onto that sensor.
Yeah.
And then you can actually program using excuse me. Oh, now I've done it.
I don't know, about a third comment.
Yeah, no, just took me spare parts over.
I see a lot of them online, Thomas.
That's a control module.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. And I can pre-program the track settings on that. And I can preset, say, track number 1 to head. That's your head there.
Yeah.
And that's your tail.
Yeah.
And it'll pick up the shortest route to get to it.
Okay, but my what I was wondering about is that it seems that the spacing between your tracks going from the turntable, you know, the different sidings are not spaced evenly around the rim of the turntable. So I was wondering how it handled the different spacings between the tracks.
The handle's all right because you can set it by the controller where to stop.
Okay.
This thing here, you can actually set it to what position it stops in.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I know with our turntables here, in our state in particular, they're all over the place. Right? And I also noticed there have been some turntables in the US that were the same way as well.
Yeah.
Right? And with this one here, it's not like the Fleischmann turntables or Markland turntables where you had to have it spot on the ends there.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that on this one.
Okay. That was basically what I knew about was the Macklin turntable that had evenly spaced the tracks to and from the bridge itself.
Yeah.
And that was
Well,
why
you can evenly space them if you used one particular brand of roundhouse, like this one here from Warford.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many tracks I'll get right around, but I know with the angle of the tracks here is 15 degrees.
Yeah.
15 degrees is the optimal angle for solar panels in my region.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Curly, yeah. They're handy to have, and they're really handy to have when you have a small space and you want to turn around the engines. And of course, there are a lot of my engines that got fine detailing, so I thought I'll put the turntable in case I want to swap them around from one into another. So
I actually wanted a turntable and roundhouse just for storage.
A bunch of the UK guys, Tom. I just
the roundhouse is for storage. That's excuse the mess, but all this here is going to get rearranged. This door here is being removed, and that wall is going to be going up into here.
Cool.
And when I look at my spacing, it's going to allow me to put an extra track in here for storage.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm taking that out is if you have a look here on the corner, right?
Yeah.
The roundhouse goes off the table, and I don't want that. And that's because of the two different size tape measures that I had when I was cutting the timber, and that shows you how far out the measurement's been.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, Thomas. When you say our YouTube group, I'm thinking, who do we have in common? Like Rabel Bell has one. Doesn't Joe Rader have one?
I think so.
Turntables. And Anthony at Georgia Southern, I thought, had one, but maybe not. Jack had one, but I think he took it out.
I wonder.
But in the UK, probably a third of the channels I watch have one.
I wonder if Thomas Grasses has one. Or is he talking about putting one in? Thanks for making me cough. Richard?
All right.
Thanks for making me cough, Richard.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
The problem with a turntable is that it takes an awful lot of space. You should have nearly a square meter just to have the turntable and the engine shed. And that's quite a lot of space on a table.
Yeah, well, where's my tape measure? Here it is.
Yeah,
there you go.
It by itself can be as small as a foot and a half by a foot and a half in HO scale.
Well, I've got two stores here that take up the big boy. So from that to the edge of the turntable is.
Oh yeah, turntable action on the derailed Daryl layout. Look at it go! Look at it go!
Wow.
That's very nice, but he can't really go anywhere. can just
Very
That's
astute.
not the driver's purpose. The whole driver just wants is like, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's in construction. You're right.
I love
it
it.
can't go anywhere. But I thought since everybody was talking about turntables, I thought, well, I might as well show the turntable that I actually
Bernard.
have.
it's a very nice one, Carol.
The question is how the logo get there.
Hey, Bernard C says, slow down. He's getting dizzy.
Yeah, this is the
But the
130.
pizza bites will be done in a minute.
Yeah.
But after I was going to show you guys with the turntables we had here in Australia, I think you guys might have seen on my stream last week. Our turntables are actually spun around a lot quicker than this. And there's no way speeding it up.
I agree with that, Jeff. I don't have one, but it is a good looking locomotive.
Well,
So this one is let me see, local 6 enter.
Gerald said he's going to puke. Everybody watch out.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
So,
And
why I
here
was
you go.
able to see more
she's not
engines.
on.
It's a rotating display like at the auto show, says Split Rock.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I've got the newer one. So I mean it, I don't know why she's not running though.
They run out of fuel.
Yeah.
So got to refuel it.
Oh, there we go.
I've been here 25 years and they still haven't added the rails to the roadhouse.
Okay, now I see all the spiders running. There's a bunch of spiders running out underneath the table. That's how long this turntable's been sitting here.
Wow. That's going to be a big turntable, Ray.
Yeah, this is a 130. Now the thing about this is I thought the newer ones didn't cut off at a certain point, but they still do. They still shut off.
The
And it
European
gets to a
ones
certain
are
point, it shuts
bigger.
off. I mean, this turntable's already calculated to. I mean, it's already set. I just haven't got a chance to set up the rails. So there you go. So that's the tail. Now this is the head. So it.
So that,
But-
Daryl, that loco is a heritage unit, right?
Yeah, it is. Well, no, it's not a heritage unit.
It's
Well, I
not.
don't think. No,
It's not a
just-
newer locomotive painted in a heritage scheme.
No, this is a old Santa Fe war bonnet patched out to BNSF. It's got to be one. I own 2 of them, but I love it. It's just a beautiful locomotive. So, anyways,
Yeah,
I thought you guys were talking about turntables, so I just thought I would show mine.
No, that was perfect. It also helped answer Split Rock's question,
Yep.
Which was
which is how many guys have turntables nowadays.
oh no, I do. I just haven't gotten to that part because I'm just busy and I'm on everybody's live stream.
Because see, Merklin, my company released a turntable a couple of years ago that was really big and supposedly could handle the big boy. The problem is it had its motor problems.
No,
And-
no, I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is what's running it. It's an old Athearn's. It's just an old
PC
Athearn's
controller?
Yeah, just an old Athearn's controller.
Agreed,
Anthony,
Mike.
You're not quite right about that. Macklin has never made a turntable that was big enough for the big boy.
I thought the new one, because that was one of the things they released the big boy and a couple of years ago, and they released a new turntable. Actually,
Yeah.
they released 2 different versions of the turntable.
No, this one will handle the big boy.
Nice.
This one.
Yeah.
Only
If you
just.
guys, look, if you guys want to see it for real, I'll pull out. Well, no, I don't have the big boy. I have the 844.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, sorry guys.
But he doesn't have the Black Mamba.
But no, but the 130, am I not correct? That's big enough to handle that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Split Rock is saying. And it's made by Walthers.
Yes. This is the newer one, and it's got the square little box to it. This is the newest version. So yeah, I got I got everything ready to go. It's just that, just like Anthony said, it ain't going anywhere. Or John said it ain't going anywhere. But so there you go. I have a turntable, a working turntable.
Jeff wants to know if it'll handle the 611 also.
It'll handle the big boy all the way down. Actually, yeah, I don't see no reason why not. I mean, your
big boy is the longest steam engine.
I think so. Well, let me grab the hold on. Let me grab the
Yeah, somebody grab your big boy and let's see. No,
Well, no, we're not. I'm not going to get mine out because
we're talking locomotives. Get your head out of the gutter, you sick, twisted Australian.
Okay, so this one right here is the 844. Everybody can see. Well, and anyways,
got it.
Put it on the turntable and give it a spin. Then everybody can see it.
okay, so this is the 844. So
And it looks like no problem.
Yeah, at least it has some space behind the tender.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the 844 is a pretty big steam locomotive.
So the minute you're looking at the backside of this locomotive, does that make it a tender moment?
It is a tender.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, there's okay. So what we give this one? I got 2 fingers there, and probably about 1 finger. So I still got 3 fingers left.
Just enough for Jen.
Split Rock says that one will not fit a big boy.
It will not.
That's what Split Rock says.
I don't think they make them any bigger than this.
It says Gerald says the big boys were 132 feet long.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
After 130 feet, you're just showing off.
Well, okay, you might be able to fit the wheels on it, but the rest of it would probably be hanging off. Is that wheel to wheel? What I'm saying is that from this wheel to the back wheel there, yeah, then it will fit. But if you're talking, if you're talking from the front there, yeah, it'll fit. I'm thinking wheel to wheel. It will fit. It'll probably be hanging out a little bit, but
no, it only just fits in. It only just fits in.
At least the train driver should be very precise on running it onto the turntable. If he has to have some part of the locomotive hanging over the bridge, so that it is only the wheels on the bridge itself, then you have to be pretty precise on getting the locomotive on it.
Okay, PK, take care, buddy.
No, he just came back. He's just wondering.
Oh.
Yeah, no, yeah. And like I said, it's already programmed and everything. It's just, I just haven't had enough time to do it because I like all aspects of model railroading. So, I mean, I like the turntable, so why not?
You are going to have a pretty sharp curve into the turntable if the track is following the profiles laying to the right of the turntable.
Well, this, okay, so I got 2 lines. So I got this line right here is the one that's going to be going into the center section here. This line right here. this line right here goes to the bottom section. It goes to the to the staging downstairs. So this is going to come off, and it's going to do a. It's not going to. It's not. It's going to come in. It's going to come in and then back up.
Okay.
Because there's no way. I do not have enough room to turn it around on the center table. So there's a name for it. It's going to do a.
Good question.
It's gonna do a zigzag. So it's gonna come up and then it's gonna go back. Now, keep in mind, whatever the length of the longest locomotive, which would be a big boy, because I do want to acquire one. The end where it comes out and needs to come back around here will have to be at least that long. So there you go. Because otherwise, even though it fits in here, in order to get it back onto this track, I have to have that much room to get it back here. So
switchback, as Container Man says.
Oh, what was that?
A switchback.
Yeah, thank you, Roy. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. It's like a switchback. So okay, so that's pretty much what it is. But I love the turntables. I loved them as a little kid, and I want all aspects of model railroading. So, my boys, when they come over, they love to run the steam, and they like the turntable. So I installed it, and we'll see when I can get it done. But there you go. Since everybody was talking about turntables, there's one right there.
Okay, Dale. I have
Okay.
a question for you. Are you? Do you have a Christmas holiday this season?
Oh no, I'm bah humbug this year.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
it was just I was thinking. Then you had a chore to do. You could fix the turntable so that we could see it just after New Year.
Right. Yeah.
If you had holidays.
Yeah, working 10, 12-hour days. Today was a 11-hour day, and I'm just not getting much done. So, yeah.
Yeah. How long is that? Is there any way Daryl will tell us how long that turntable, the bridge is on that turntable?
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, so I actually had a tape measure handy. Okay, so if you all can see it, so you want it this part?
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Because the Märklin Big Boy is 18 and a half inches.
Okay, this is 17 and 7/8.
So I would agree with you that the wheels would probably fit on, but the ends would fit over. Now, I don't know how big any of the other companies are, but I was just looking up, and the Märklin one is 18 inches, just over 18 inches long.
Well, that's what Split Rock says. Wheel to wheel, the big boy will fit.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, well that's the okay. I understand what he said in the beginning, but I'm open-minded. So when you look at the wheels, okay, so let's just say for 844 from wheel to wheel, you're probably looking at 14 inches.
Sweet.
From wheel to wheel. So, and it would probably hang over a little bit. And of course, we all know there's, some people can make mistakes and leave a locomotive where they're swinging it, but I'm sure the big boy would fit on here no problem. It would probably be hanging over a little bit, but the wheels would probably be, let's say, scale maybe a foot away, probably. So there you go. So wheel to wheel is like 14 inches.
Yeah,
So there
the
you
big boy will fit on it.
Oh, absolutely. I almost guarantee it would, because of this.
And I think there was only a tiny smidgen amount of overhang with the couplers on the ends.
Right, exactly. So what you guys are saying, you guys are challenging me to buy a big boy. That's what you guys are doing.
Well, read Gerald's.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Yeah.
All I know is I was not a steam person, and all of a sudden I have 3 steam locomotives
Well,
because
I'm
the
not really
YouTube
a
world
steam-
guilted me into it.
I'm not really a steam, but I do love steam. I love seeing them. I like hearing
Yeah.
them, and I like smelling them. It's just that, like I said, my layout is modern. Period. The end. But
Right.
I do have these. Well, I have that little shade that's on the back end of this consist, but I love that Shay. I mean, out of any locomotives, I would say the Shay is probably one of my most favorite steams to watch run.
It's the gears. I agree.
I love the engineering, especially of the original steam locomotives built in the 1800s through the late 1940s, 1950s, whenever true production of them for legitimate uses ended. Obviously, they still make some steamers as copies, but I'm not into them as what I want the basis of my layout, but I love looking at the engineering of them. I love the mechanical beauty of them. That guys did this by hand in most part without the modern pressing machines. They had to make every piece by hand.
Right.
So Postmodern has a question here. Does anyone have the answer?
Yeah,
On what?
I have it. They wouldn't, because the tender is made so that it only fits the locomotives from one end. If you left the tender outside the turntable and turned the engine around, you would eventually end up with coupling it to the wrong end, to the end of the tender where the wagons should go on.
Well, that depends on maneuver, Jean. It depends on the movement required and how many tracks are available on the turntable. Because see, there was a practice here within our state back in the steam era where they actually they were forced to detach the tender off the actual locomotive. They turned the tender.
But
they turned the engine and tender separately.
But then they had
reconnected
to turn the tender afterwards again.
Yes.
So that you turn the locomotive
me,
and then you turn the tender unit afterwards.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if you look at the tender of the big boy, for example, it was made with a conveyor belt system to bring the coal from the tender into the firebox. So
and same with the 844. It too had a metal auger that actually used to automatically feed into the firebox with the coal.
Yeah,
that's right. They were a bit more complicated, but over here on the lines where they set the steam engines, I'll get this thing sorted out because that's one of the things I wanted to show tonight. You can actually see the videos. I have got them in a link in some of my. I can't bring it up.
but Artie, can we agree that the tender or the coal car, whatever we should call the
tender,
car with the tender, is always the one end of the tender is always fixed towards the locomotive. You have to access the tender from the one end all times. You have to be able to get to the coal all the time. And you can only access it from the one end of the tender.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you turn the locomotive and not the tender, you have to turn the tender afterwards and then recouple the locomotive so it still goes with the same end of the tender towards the cap of the locomotive. Okay.
Yeah. You would need to, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you just had, ladies and gentlemen, was a tender discussion between Artie and Jean Ricard.
Yeah. a discussion that by no means your feelings could not be as tender as ours. And
Oh, get stuff, Gene.
And at this moment of talking about tender, I'd like to tender my resignation.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But yeah,
I need to get out of this chicken shit outfit.
Actually, I think we better start calling it quits. It's already.
It's almost, yeah, my pillow is calling.
Yeah, well, it's 3 o'clock. My
Are you aware that you have kept me up the entire night?
No, you have kept yourself up. There's
You
nothing
kept
that
yourself
stopped you from
It's-
hitting the exit button and going to bed. Nothing except yourself.
Of course, you are doing it.
Gerald
You are
is
doing
singing
it
to us.
because as long as you are here, I
Oh.
I already did that, Gerald. You stole that from me. I
oh,
was just doing that 5 minutes ago. I was back here singing Elvis Presley. Love me
My-
tender.
My ears
Love
didn't
me
work,
sweet.
Anthony. I only saw that.
You guys didn't hear me singing it?
I didn't.
Damn. You should have noticed this horrific voice. I was back here doing Elvis. Love me tender. Love
I might be Anthony Dodge
Let
Deftone.
all my train.
you're that missing son there, Plumber. I think. You're Anthony's missing son from the other mistress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Like anybody's gonna believe this face had 2 women.
Well, anything was possible. I mean, it cost you a bit of money, but yeah, anything's possible.
Just because yours wasn't really a woman.
It wasn't. So Jean was right. You were in a green dress then.
It
But you
wasn't
just-
me, dude. You guys in this
Wrong.
fantasy of me in dresses, I'm really worried. I think I'm just gonna move over this way a bit.
We want to see your legs, Anthony. We want-
I don't want to see his legs. Oh, get out of that.
I got legs that make a lot of women jealous because there's not a speck of hair on them. Little genetic condition my mother handed down. But
We're not gonna
yeah,
go there.
there's not a hair on that leg.
Okay. Actually, I think it was
now
a
we know why
bandage.
Artie had everyone's pants
It
like
was
that
so
on
wise
his minifig.
that I
Sorry, John.
They're all just creepy.
Actually, I'm walking to. Has anyone seen Creepy this last
Not
week or two?
for a couple of weeks.
No, I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I was asking that question the other day.
I think I'm going to go and do a trip to see if he's okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down. I'm going to go do a trip this week to see if he's okay. Because I haven't seen him for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a stream, no videos, no nothing.
No, because I know he wasn't well.
I think
So
he was in my stream 2 weeks ago, but not
that was the last time.
this last
Um,
Friday.
Yeah, I haven't
Creepy.
seen Off the Rails either. I think it is.
Oh, I haven't seen him for a while, but I know they're busy over on that side.
A week to 2 weeks. I agree. It's been about a week to 2 weeks since I've seen him on anything.
Bernard, his name's Creepy013. Or Gary.
And he has an awesome crystal cave on his layout.
Yeah, that amazing
Yeah.
cave. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's him.
You remember, I was just mentioning it to Richard the other day. I'm going to have to go up and see if he's okay. It's only a couple of hours drive from here. So, here's SMIA. Some Mothers Incorporated Association.
They're just making sure our boy is good, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm going to go up to see him, mate. He's going to see him for pre-Christmas or whatnot too before it gets crazy, I think. I actually think I might take a trip up on Tuesday because that's going to be just before the stupid holiday traffic starts because all the schools are closing up this week, so they're all going to go on their summer vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
Summer
haven't seen
vacation.
Mike. I know
Yeah,
that he
Chris and
was.
Mike were just saying we haven't seen him for over a week.
Yeah, and I know he was. I know he wasn't well when I spoke to him probably about 2-3 weeks ago. So I am going to go pop up and see him. Actually, I can do some videotaping when I'm at the station up there too.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
Randall.
he's,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Artie.
what was that?
Randall, we're not live. We're all dead. This is their heaven and my hell.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that, Bernard. Yeah, something like that. If that's the way you want it, yeah. All right then, guys. I'm gonna call it quits from here. We have been on for nearly 3 hours. A quick reminder for the American viewers, and I don't, Richard, you're not gonna get to see it. You're a lucky bugger. But I will be hosting Cap Crew Wednesday this week.
Whoop, whoop.
At 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'm going to put out a reminder during the week. I will do something up for it. So hopefully you guys can come and join. Oh yeah, Sparky just turned up after the work. Our work is done.
Well,
No,
it's
he's
definitely
been watching.
now.
He's been texting me about my coat, just like everybody.
Oh, what? So he was.
We've had a great international show. We've had a great international show, and now the Canadians are coming in, so it is time to end it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Yeah.
Hopefully, people, you can come and join us there. And what you hopefully you haven't been cloning yourself, but at least you can't beat my cloning system. There we go.
Oh,
Let me just
no.
clone. See, I can clone myself. And I can move too, you see? Sparky? Be that one.
The worst thing is a time delay with himself. Anybody else notice that? Your clone was about a quarter of a second behind you.
Yeah, that's all right. At least then you know which one's the real one. I'm the leader. He's the follower.
That'll make it easy for targeting. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks guys. I hope everybody had a great evening.
It was a great time. Great time. Thanks, Artie.
Like
had a good laugh.
I hope we passed the audition. Yeah, good morning to you, Jean Ricard. Go get breakfast and then go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. I did that last weekend.
We got to turn his mic up next time.
No, we just got to turn him up.
Yeah.
He's too chilled, you know. He doesn't.
I mean, he's in the recliner. I can't blame him. If I was in a warm, comfy place like that, I might be talking soft too.
I have 36 years of teacher voice. I have to turn my mic down.
Yeah. So if I don't see you guys during the week or on Wednesday night your time, I will hopefully see you guys next weekend. So
peace
out.
Bye
For now. Catch you later. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.